Good morning. Hello, welcome back, everybody. Good morning to the Pusher and Strangler Detective Agency with me, Lewis, Sherlock Exhausted, and Lydia, Dr. Tired Watson.
Tired Watson. Together, we slowly, very sleepily, solve your crimes.
Lydia smeared all of her makeup just now and was like,
No.
can't be asked to fix this. So we're just a disaster.
Yeah, we're both very sleepy. You know when you're really tired and your eyes water? That's what happened. And then I just had this weird black eye. I went to the bathroom and was like, what the fuck's wrong with my face? What's happened?
We'll be okay in 5 minutes.
Yeah, let's just let the coffees do their thing. This is my third coffee of the day, though. I know.
What do you mean?
I know.
When did you get up?
I got up at 8 because I had to pack because I'm going to stay with my mum. I'm going to my mum's after this. So I had to pack and stuff. I woke up really, not really early. To me, that's really early. And I went to bed so early last night. I was so exhausted. I got into bed at 10. Into bed at 10! I can't remember the last time I went to bed at 10. I'm always awake at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'm still tired. What the fuck?
That's like a granny level.
It's a granny level. How do you get rid of the tiredness? How do you do it? I don't know. I've tried everything. I've tried nothing and nothing's working.
Hello. Sorry, my audio is a bit quiet. We're going to fix this, don't worry. Steve's
Cocaine. Okay, cocaine. That'll do it. Swift line in the morning. That'll wake me up.
As you get older, you go to bed earlier and get up earlier.
Yeah. It's like my mum wakes up at 5 naturally. How weird is that?
But she probably goes to bed at 7:30.
She's in bed at 7 p.m.
Yeah, it's like...
It's not even that old.
Gone down.
Time for
grandma to go down.
That's a grandma.
It's going down with the chickens.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we're just tired. I don't know. We're just fucking tired.
They're on sunshine time. They're on nature
Chickens.
time. Well, Booth was talking to me about her chickens because they get up at 5 a.m. as well with sunshine, but they go to sleep at 7:30.
That's kind of cute. They are little grandmas.
Little nature time.
That's cute. That's adorable.
I think most animals do that though, right?
Yeah, go, that. Well, yeah. Go to sleep. Well, no, my cats. No, no. It is always. They sleep during the day. They're more nocturnal. They're sleeping whilst I'm out, and then when I'm home, they're like, "Fuck! Time to eat this plastic and scratch this carpet." I woke up at 4 a.m. with Hastings lying here drooling on me and purring, and Pam lying on my face purring. And I was just like, what? Leave me alone. I'm trying to sleep. What are you doing?
That might be why you didn't sleep very well.
I've got cats crawling all over me. What time did you wake up this morning?
I woke up for Triforce, but then I didn't do it because I wasn't feeling very good this morning.
Tired.
Let's do this game. Her story.
Let's do it. You know what? Let me just say this story, my story, before we start. Last night, I got stopped for the first time whilst out and about by someone. It's the first time this has happened to me. Very exciting.
A fan?
A fan, yeah. And it's never happened to me out and about before. And he said that he watches our streams. He said, I like yours and Lewis's streams. So Luke, hello.
I like the ones with you and Lewis in.
But he's doing a physics degree, so he's a VOD goblin. So in the future, hello Luke. Hello. He was very nice young man. Nice to meet you, Luke.
There's a shout out.
Mm-hmm. And also, did you see our fan art? I thought that was really good.
Oh, yeah, sorry, it was amazing.
It's so good.
Did you retweet it or anything?
I did. Steve, can we get it up?
Yeah, probably on my screen. I'll just find your Twitter. What is your actual Twitter?
Squid Gaming.
Oh, there you are.
There I am.
Looking amazing.
Looking fresh and fabulous with 85 filters on.
See, this is Lydia in full glamorous makeup.
Look at that. That was for Gamescom.
This year?
Yeah, when we went to Gamescom.
Oh
that was
gosh.
the Twitch party. That's not what I normally look like. That's 25 different layers of makeup, 45 filters.
I love this.
Oh, my earring. Thank you.
Did you only have one on?
No, there's one hidden behind the other side. Although the other night when I went to a murder mystery thing, I can talk about that as well. I only found one earring, so I did that hairstyle, but just with one earring.
Went to a murder mystery thing?
Yeah.
And you haven't mentioned it?
No, well, we haven't. This is since we streamed. This is the first time.
Oh, really?
Yes. Anyway, let's stop looking at my face and look at the art. Oh, there I am again.
There's another picture of
Can't
your
stop.
face. There's
Can't stop.
us.
There we are.
There's your
Blue
computer.
screen.
There's your face.
There's me again.
There's Barry and
There's-
you holding a Pokemon.
Me and Barry.
He's sacrificing a Pokemon.
Look at Barry's evil little face. He loves it. More Pokemon.
More death. Did the death box.
This is the death box. These are all the Pokemon we sacrificed and murdered.
Oh, it's really sad, isn't it?
It's really
actually?
sad. They're all
I
dead.
like the little snick.
Oh, little
snivvy.
pleb, his name
Snicky,
was.
sniv-
There's me
pleb.
again.
Little pleb.
We called him pleb. That's Big Lid's
This
fan
is
art.
Big Lids on Skyrim character.
My
Oh,
Oblivion.
yeah. Sorry, Oblivion.
Oblivion, my Oblivion character.
This is you looking at a shotgun.
There's me looking at a shotgun, talking about my t-shirt. That's from the... Is that going live?
Has that gone out yet?
I think that goes live tonight, maybe?
Me and Lids are shooting some guns on
shoot-
the main channel.
We got shooting, which is really good.
This is such a Lydia face. This is true. See, this is true. This is like.
This is like tagged versus profile. So like that's the image I want to present to people. But that's actually what I look like.
And there's you, of
My
course.
sweet son.
Which is that Hastings?
That's Hastings, my handsome boy. He's very pretty, isn't he?
The finest baked bean.
He's the
He's
finest.
the colour of baked beans, isn't he?
Is.
Oh, he's so
my little,
lovely.
He's my little Heinzy bean.
We'll find it. Don't worry. We'll find this.
I definitely quote retweeted it because I was like, "This is amazing."
This is
This
the
is
most
really
like, This is
cool.
really cool.
Oh wait, maybe we've gone too far back.
I think we have. I'm just now scrolling down your timeline.
There's my children
forever.
again.
And there's Big Lids. of
There's
course.
Big Lids, the beautiful, the one, the only. Maybe we must have gone past it. I definitely quote tweeted it and said, "This is really cool."
There was some fan art. It was on.
There it is. We also gone past it. It's underneath Big Lids. The fan art. Of
It's
Big
underneath
Lids.
the fan art of Big Lids.
Yeah. No, up the one the drawing.
Oh, not the
Real
legit
Big Lids.
one.
It's under this.
Ah,
There we go.
I just missed it.
There we go.
This is us. Look.
How cool is this?
Very cool.
How awesome. I love it. It's so good. I love the art style. It's really fucking cool. Who did it? Let me check. And also someone like modified it to make it more realistic, which made me laugh. I think if you look at the...
Really?
yeah. Wait, where would it be?
Was it in the comments?
It probably in the comments, either of that or the one I retweeted. Yeah, it looks like there we go. little Lulu, ready to solve his tiny little crimes.
Oh, the scale is perfect.
I love that. It's so good.
Oh.
So yeah, thank you so much to what is it? Who did it?
It was
Who is it? Who did it? Who done it?
Belle Mimia.
Belle Mimimi. House cat. Yeah, Belle Mimimi. Thank you so much. I love it. It's so good.
Oh,
Thank you.
brilliant, isn't it?
It's really good. Really, really cool.
Yeah.
You're super talented.
I love it.
I just
I love it. No, I don't want to play any games. I want to hear about this murder mystery
Look how
thing.
adorable you are.
Tell me about the murder mystery
Murder
thing.
mystery thing. Right, so I went on a steam train, which was like a murder mystery was happening on the steam train, and you had to work out who done it. It was cool. It was called, it's like by the Avon Steam Company or something. And they had all these actors, and we didn't realize this before we went. They were from Hello Hello. You know that TV show from like the
Yes.
80s? They were characters.
Hello,
Hello, Renee. They were all from that. And someone had died, and we were on the steam train with them, and they gave us dinner and everything. And then we'd had to talk to the actors to try and work out their alibis and where they were. There's like different cases, so which bomb was in the right case with this crossword, which had like this anagram thingy you had to work out. It was cool. I loved it. It was so cool.
Someone died.
Someone was dead, but we didn't see the dead person.
Right, you were just told that they
We were just told that they were stabbed.
See, that's not good enough for me.
No, you want to see it. I want to touch it.
It's like in a movie. You don't know that someone's dead until you've seen their body on a slab. And even then,
they might not be dead.
they can be brought back.
I mean, we know Romeo and Juliet. There are ways that you could think someone's dead, but they're not actually dead. But that's probably paid.
We have ways of
have ways
assuming
of-
we are dead.
But then they've got to pay for an actor to lie there doing nothing, so it's probably not worth their money.
Well, they don't have to lie there for long. You could just cover them in a sheet.
What, give you like 20 quid to lie there with a sheet over you?
Yeah, it could be like one of the tea ladies or something on the organisers.
Oh yeah, that's true actually. There were lots of ladies, like little old biddies, coming around saying,
Want some custard cream?
cup of tea?
Was it like train fare food? Like
Ye-
train sandwiches and like...
No, it was, what did I have? I had like beef and vegetables and like buttery sauce and a bit of potatoes. And I had a chocolate sponge with dip pudding.
You had a sit down meal.
Sit down meal. It was those like, I'll show you a picture.
Because if you're in, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of room in the old train carriage.
No, it was, well, yeah, it was quite, I liked it though. It very much reminded me of sort of like Murder on the Orient Express. So this was like the booths, if you see what I mean.
Right, like that game we played.
Yeah, with the fat man.
With the fat man, the Swiss man.
Swiss man. That
Swiss
blew up.
detective.
Yeah.
What was it called?
Fat Swiss man.
What
The
game was
Raven.
it? The Raven. When we were on the train in the Raven, it was like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, look at this. This is my sit-down meal. Look at that big bowl of veggies. Veggies, lovely veggies. Veggies. Carrots. It was really good fun. And it wasn't even that expensive. It was like 45 quid for the whole thing. That's including food and everything.
Sorry. Oh, look, young us.
Oh, young, fresh. Are you wearing the same clothes?
Almost. Almost certainly. I'm just slightly younger and more fresh face. Look at me. Look at me, full of vim.
Oh, you do look so fresh.
Full
I've
of
got
vim
longer hair
and
and
vigor.
vigor and the power.
Look at your big G-star glasses.
Look at my big G-star glasses and my big hair extensions. I've changed. I'm a changed woman now. Actually, I do have those glasses in my bag.
This was after the train bit.
Yeah, this is, you wanted one before that when they were on the train. So, no, this is after. We're going even more in the wrong way now. Oh!
No, I can't find it. Is it this one?
I guess we were playing it for quite a while, weren't we? No, this is still wrong. How long were we playing this fucking game?
Which one was it? Am I just clicking the same 3 wrong ones in order? I think I am.
It's the episode 1 was on the train. Does it have them by?
God, we played this for fucking ages.
There's a playlist. Steve is saying playlist.
Is there a playlist? If only there were a way.
Sorry.
If only there were a way we could. YouTube was not shit.
Oh, sorry, Steve. I forgot you can't hear Steve.
I can't hear Stephen. Thank God.
He's talking to me. And
Let me say.
something about a playlist, and then you can go to that playlist, and then it's the first episode of that playlist.
Okay, where do I find a playlist?
There we go. Apparently.
Not on the front page. It's on here. And then
Let's
open
scroll back. There we go.
Scroll back to. What order are these in? Okay, so we've
Steve
got
says, there you go.
1704, 1104, 304, 2604.
Whatever's the first one.
1904. It's like working out a mystery. which
Steve's getting
Not that difficult.
which
You. Newest goes first.
But this isn't the newest. This is like episode 4. Look.
There, this isn't it. This isn't it,
The
Steve.
first one
Okay,
is
then go to
episode
the next
4.
one. Then that one. Then go to that one.
This is a different game, Steve.
Yeah,
Look,
but go halfway through.
halfway through the different game.
There you go.
Oh my
There we
fucking
go.
God.
That's exactly like what I was on.
Steve knows. Did we start this in the middle of a stream? Why isn't it labelled like that?
Oh.
Is this labelled
Because we
wrong then?
finished a game, didn't we? And then we still had like an hour and a half left, so we thought we'd start a new game. Yes, this is exactly what the thing I did was like. Those like carriages where it's 2v2 looking at each other. There's like little lamps and curtains.
Oh, I see. This is the wrong date here. Look, this is labelled 11th of April. It's supposed to be 11th of May. This is the wrong number.
Jesus! Steve!
And so is this.
Steve!
This is May. And so is this.
What?
This is May.
They're the right day, not the wrong day.
They're wrong. They're supposed to be. Which month is May?
The 5th.
5th.
That's meant to be the 4th, because that was the 4th.
What? What do you mean?
We did
Wait, I'm
this
going
in
to do
April.
everything I do.
No, we didn't. This was in May. Look.
I was going to wear that top.
Yeah.
20th of May.
No, uploaded. The stream is from the 17th of April. That was uploaded there.
No,
Yes, I did
because-
fuck up that many.
Because there's also.
Oh, fuck, I did. I take it back. My fuck up.
God. We've solved the mystery, everyone.
Yay!
Oh, God, we've done so many of these streams, Lydia.
We
I can't
have.
believe it. We've done 27.
Well, I was thinking we started in December, didn't we?
Shall we high five?
Let's high five. Ah, that was the weakest little. What the hell was that? Like high fiving a toddler. Come on.
I didn't want to hurt my fingers. I need the mouse clicking. I'm a puny weakling, man. You're like a big Amazonian giantess. If I high five you properly, my wrist will break.
Just snap it right
I'm
back.
like, I can't handle it. I can hear Steve yelling away, like frustratedly. We started with Obra Dinn.
Start with Obra Dinn. That was the
Then we
end
did
of December.
the Sexy Brutal,
Oh, we did, didn't we?
which was quite good actually.
I
really
enjoyed that.
this.
That was good fun.
It was fun.
Then we tried like a weird game which we weren't really that into.
Then we played the Sherlock Holmes, which was the classic.
Sherlock Holmes might have been up there with my favourite actually.
This was like the classic OG Lydia and Lewis.
Murder mystery.
The good days.
The good days when I went downhill.
Then we did a brand deal
Oh, was that Luna
of
and
Dulac and Faye,
Dulac and
which
Faye,
was
yeah.
actually fine.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Then we did the Raven with the fatty.
That
for
went on
ages,
forever.
which was great.
But that was good fun. I really liked that game.
Then we did Draugen. Do you remember this
Oh,
with the mystery Norwegian
fuck.
church and stuff?
This was weird. This
It
was
was
really
weird.
weird, and it was all in his imagination.
It was like very. Look at me freaking out here,
Ah!
and you're like very uncomfortable.
Oh,
We're both very uncomfortable.
very uncomfortable by what's
Then
going
we
on.
looked into why Ethan Carter vanished.
Yes.
We fucked that up for about 2 weeks.
And then had to restart the
I went
entire
back
bloody
and
game
forth.
again.
Then we played Nightcall, which was again a brand
I
deal.
really like that coin. And then we played it again because we liked it so much.
We did, and I had for some reason a suit on,
Yeah, why are you wearing
a
this
sparkly suit.
sparkly, your finest
Very
threads?
distracting. This is when everything started to go downhill.
What?
Look at
Oh,
me.
there's this booth.
Look, I'm out. I've gone downhill at this point. Look, I'm haggard. I'm
Yeah.
tired.
You looked a lot fresh, and I too looked a lot fresher in those early videos.
July. Everything started going to shit.
That's when it's all gone down.
It's the end of the Yogscast.
We're overworked. We're knackered.
And
we're
then we did
snoozy.
Contradiction, which was fucking a
Contradiction
return, a
might
rare
be
return to form.
The best thing
The
we've
finest
ever
thing we've ever
streamed.
done.
I think that is.
And then we played the most forgettable game ever, Erica,
Oh yeah.
which honestly I can barely remember
I
us
can't really
doing.
remember much about Erica.
She was in a mental home.
She
It was
was.
on PlayStation. Your friend did something with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Then we did 10 Lies, which was fucking great.
Telling
loved
lies, I
it.
really enjoyed telling lies.
I just enjoyed digging through people's personal shit.
Yeah.
And then this was the second part of Telling Lies. With old, he was a good actor. It was good.
He was good. He was a good.
We're up to date.
What FMV did you play with Booth? Oh, that was what was up on the screen there.
Booth, we did She Sees Red,
Was it good?
which is like it's like an F&V game with like this lady, and she's like she thinks she's a detective, but spoilers, she's not.
Ah, always the way.
And she gets her boob out at one point,
Oh yeah, it was nipple, wasn't there?
which really freaked me out actually.
First time seeing one in.
Where was it? Where was the boob?
They are alarming.
Where was it? It was
Actively
like-
trying to
it was
find the
quite
titty.
early. Nipple. I wonder if someone's seen it in a comment. Sometimes Lewis just doesn't listen. Ruth was telling a fantastic story about taxidermy ducks and he completely blanked her.
You asshole! Now we're never going to know the duck story.
Audio cut out for some portions. Right, anyway, there's a nipple in there.
There was a
And we
very
almost got
juicy
banned.
nipple. I'm sad I missed that actually.
Maybe this is why this is up here now.
Yeah, I'm sad I missed the nipple. But yeah, so that's been us. So we start fresh. No, actually, well, when we started, we must have been really tired because I was doing Jingle Jam. And then we like come back in the new year, we're fresh, we're plump and vigorous, victorious, violent. And then all the V's, and then we kind of get more tired, and then the year goes on, and we get tighter and tighter and tighter, and then we're just like, just little drained little saplings.
We'll get back. We'll bring it back.
We're gonna bring it back. We're gonna bring it back with her story.
This is an old game that we've recommended,
Yeah.
made by the people who made the one we just played. Neither of us have played it. We don't know what's going on. Please no spoil.
No spoilers. Steve, can I see the screen, please?
Please no view the screen, please.
Please no view the screen.
Please no secrets.
No secrets. Her story.
So earlier, Lydia was like, my computer's not working. And
Oh,
she
right.
just sort
I was
of
like, what are you
mashed
talking
the
about?
keyboard and mouse that it opened a billion windows on my computer.
I don't know how it's connected to yours.
Trying to like set this up with like... I did like a trillion things.
All right, let's do it.
You can begin.
I can't. I don't have any control.
Yes, you do.
Oh. No. Whoops. Tory. Is that a sign? Is that a message?
Oh, we might need to turn subtitles on. Or maybe not.
Oh, I'm in someone's computer again. You are logged in, guest. Just curious. No, fuck. That would have been good though, right? Out of curiosity, is there any yoga like there was last time? No.
What about bomb?
Bomb. No, there's no bombs
What
or
about
sexy
poison?
yoga. Poison. This is how we're gonna play this game. Just random. Ooh!
Well, there's a woman in jail, and that's the most common.
Oh, that's true. We poison.
Women love to poison.
We love a bit of poisoning.
God, I love women poisoners.
Love poisoning. Someone tagged me on Twitter, and it was like a fact being like, "There's no female strangling serial killers out there." Like, so maybe there's an open market for me. There's an open market. Oh. I think I prefer it.
Do you prefer it
I prefer it without the glare. It's easier to. I mean, that's more,
feels more
real.
realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're actually at the southeast.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Southeast Constabulary.
Ooh.
Of course, this is my area. Southeast. That's where I'm from.
Essex.
Essex, mate.
Essex, mate.
It's right. Let's have a
Very
look at the old
nice.
clockerino. It's 1606.
Oh, it's like, when is this set? I love this backdrop.
Computer technology is the backbone of modern policing. The Logic database is one of the many continuing efforts to digitise our workflow and preserve evidence in a manner which will allow you to work more efficiently. In the coming years, the computer will continue to be the most valuable item in your crime-fighting toolkit.
Why are you Southwest now?
This database contains footage transferred from the existing homicide and serious crime tape archive at Portsmouth. It has been automatically sorted using our ASR technology. Each statement made by the interview participants is stored separately so they can be tagged for submission to court. The audio has been digitally stenographed and the content of the testimony is attached to each clip.
You're going to keep going because this is like carry on with the whole thing in your weird accent.
There is some more text here. Thank you.
They'd be like, hey, here's a database. I filled a freedom information form to get your guest access. Everything seems to work. They transferred the videos off the original tapes in 1999 and then the Y2K thing it, and then they got mothballed. Put the whole balls in the mouth. No one has touched them since. I couldn't find a server with the detective's footage on. Possibly those tapes got damaged when the old archives were flooded in 97. Anyway, but I figured this would be enough. Take your time, SB. That would be Southeast.
Let's not look at poison. Let's look at 270 clips. Let's look at clip 1. Let's look at just clip 1.
271 entrants found.
We can watch them in order this time.
But these are short, aren't they? They're like little snips.
7 seconds.
Black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
You saucy bitch.
You little sausage.
My name is Hannah. Hannah. It's Palindrome. It reads the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work if you mirror it though. It's not quite symmetrical, but well, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith. I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
Pen.
Hannah.
Pen.
Penner. Pen.
Give me a pen.
Pen. I've got a pen.
I want to write down where she lives.
Well,
I feel like a detective.
Here you
I need
go.
a pen.
Pen. Pen. Here you go. Do you have
Paper.
I don't have paper.
I have a tissue box.
Don't write on the tissue box.
31 Gladstone Street. I don't know if that's relevant. Just wondering.
Just
Gladstone
good to
Street.
know.
I'm doing them in order. We're going to do them in order. Now, you can't do them in order because
Simon.
it only gives you the first 5, so you have to use the
Right.
clues to get
Use
there.
that to work out where to go.
They do windows.
Simon Smith.
Simon does the more special work.
Who's Simon
They're
Smith?
making feature windows.
Can
Artistic.
you turn it up a little bit, please?
Really beautiful.
Steve?
Do that one again. Sorry.
Thank you.
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows.
Oh, you can't hear it, can you?
No.
Simon does the more special work.
But I can read the sub.
They're
Yeah,
making-
but you.
Sorry, guys.
You're not
my
in
ears
it.
are like.
You're not in it.
I know. I can't. I have to.
Lewis has got gunky ears.
I know. I just can't wear headphones for a bit.
Got to let them rest. Let them breathe.
Go gunky
They've
ears.
got gunky ears.
Simon Smith.
A mobile phone.
Do you have a mobile phone?
Well, they have one for the glaziers, but it's only for work.
Glaziers.
I can't remember the number. It's in the kitchen. I saw it plugged into its charging cradle.
Huh.
Simon is 6 foot, darkish blonde hair, average build. He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. I bought a photo. They said a spring photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome. It's the best one I have.
Okay, so that's her boyfriend, Simon.
Well, she speaks about him as if he's still alive,
Yeah.
which is a start.
Yeah.
So I've been watching this week. I've been watching.
What is it? I was wondering if it's the same thing I've been watching.
Criminal
Yay!
on Netflix.
I was going to ask you if you've been watching Criminal.
So there's 3 episodes for UK,
Yeah.
3 for Spain, 3 for Germany,
Mhm.
and 3 for another country which I haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
I've watched the UK ones and one of the Spain ones.
Exactly the same, but I was watching the Spanish one dubbed, and it was really distracting.
Yeah, I put it back on subs, but
Yeah.
then because I was playing because I was watching it while I was playing other stuff, and when it's subtitled, I have to pay full attention. I haven't watched the other ones yet.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me. I was like playing Zelda at the same time, so I had to have it dubbed. But every time I looked, it was just really distracting because dubbed just looks so bad.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
It's really
But
irritating.
it's got like so first of all, the English UK one has like David Tennant in, and now he's really good.
He's really good in that. I
And
think that
it's-
was my favourite one.
It's got like well, the third one was quite good with the sort of the twist in it of the sort of, but it's not. I didn't see it coming, and I liked it, and so yeah, it's on Netflix. If you haven't watched it, Criminal, I thought it was really slick.
Yeah. Well, I think in a lot of those kind of like things like Line of Duty and stuff, the best bits are always those like the interrogation bit. So it's cool that they've made a show which is literally just the interrogation, like from start to finish. That's it. I don't really care. They kept having like little weird scenes outside about their personal lives. I don't really give a shit about that. I like that they just made like a fully
It wasn't
formed,
too much, was it? There was a little bit of it. It felt unnecessary.
It didn't really need it. Like that guy wanting to ask the other woman out. It's like it was really unnecessary.
But I liked it because they kind of established that they were all very good criminal psychologists and they knew how people acted and how to exploit their behavior and the things to say to make them do things. And then when it came to like actually asking one of them out,
they couldn't do it.
It was almost clear like that either they should have picked up on their own signs,
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
they should have they would have known that it wouldn't have worked, and that almost like it was like I feel like if he invited her out, it wouldn't have worked. You didn't see whether it did work.
Oh yeah, because she turned the thing off.
But like, I feel like he should have known that it wouldn't work. Maybe that was why he was nervous. Like there was a reason to it.
Yeah. No, I didn't even think about that, to be honest. I thought they were just like trying to make it a bit more.
Anyway, this led on to me watching a series of things on YouTube about this guy who has he's like there's a YouTube guy, and Tom Bates was watching it. So I was like, well, that looks good. What is it? And it's like, oh, it's this basically like interview stuff of a guy being interviewed for committing, murders and stuff. And it's showing the sort of detectives and how they use all these techniques to like bring him round. So one of the techniques they use is like, lots of from little things like positioning themselves between them and the door, to like stuff like presenting them with like an alternative for what could have happened. Okay. So it's like, oh, it was self-defense. Like that's an obvious easy one. Yeah. Like you can say, oh, like a man who like killed his family or whatever. The alternative could be like, oh, your wife killed the kids, and then she attacked you, and you had to strangle her.
And see if they like.
Yeah.
Start
and so
that.
When you start sort of like there's lots of little ways you can get them to admit to like little things, which then you can blow up into a much bigger thing.
Yeah.
If you can admit that they were there, or that they saw this, or that like like a crack. If you can get a crack
just get in there. Well, I thought that was really interesting because I remember you saying, in TV shows they always they just crack immediately under pressure and they're like, I did it, I killed her. Whereas in real life they'll just say no comment, which is like the first one with David Tennant. It's so good because he just won't. They can't get anything out of him. He just keeps saying no comment. And it's not until near the end. I can't remember what they do to like.
They trigger him somehow in the show, and then he just cracks, and then he's like, he just sort of starts talking.
He starts saying, "Oh, it was this other guy that did it. This other guy that did it."
But that gave them a way in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like that. I think they lied, didn't they? They got the detective to pretend he had a kid to try and like emotionally get in there.
I think there's a lot of, I don't know how, I think that does happen. I think there's a lot of that. And one of these things actually that was on this YouTube thing, I'll find it and send you a link.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Spoilers, but well, I feel like someone's not going to be in this high quality interview room if there weren't like twists and evidence against them. And you don't really know, even like the detectives, like it feels good in a good enough show that you don't know whether or not they are actually responsible. And I can't remember whether he was responsible or not actually, because like I think that it leaves it ambiguous enough and open enough that you kind of never. We're not spoiling it. Relax.
Sorry, guys. Everyone's getting angry at us. Sorry,
anyway,
I'm sorry. No, that was my fault. I'm sorry. But I just wanted to say that I see what you meant with the whole no comment thing. And it's interesting that that show is all about techniques to try and just break them down, just to get just in there enough to like crack them open. What
was the other thing I was watching? So they did another thing. We can just talk about this because I'm sorry we're getting distracted. But they were doing like this polygraph, lie detector test on this guy, and the whole spiel of the whole lie detector thing was part of this act. This was like a genuine thing that I'll show you a link to it. But the case, there was this case of this guy who'd been suspected of killing his family, and so they said, oh, you wanted to take a polygraph, and he was like, oh yeah, sure. And then they sort of built up this polygraph with this woman who was like, I'm the best. I've been trained by the best people in the country. I've never had a problem. I've convicted loads of people off this. So it's been massively successful. It's 99% accurate. If you are lying, you don't want to be here. You'd be an idiot to take this test. Because she's talking to him as if he's innocent. Doing all this stuff like, I'm so glad you agreed to take polygraph because it'll prove that you're innocent. Because if you're lying, then you're going to be. You shouldn't be here. Your lawyer should have just told you not to be here. And by that point, they're like, oh fuck.
Oh shit.
And then, And that makes them like super on edge. And then it just she keeps laying it on like, we're going to do some test questions. And he goes through some test questions. And then she's like, oh man, you really are a terrible liar. Has anyone ever told you that? This test is going to be so easy for you.
So good.
But it's a compliment, really. And so she tells him like how terrible he is at lying and how transparent he is and how she can tell exactly what he's doing. And he just gets fucking
super flustered.
You can tell he's like falling apart. And then he goes through the test and obviously completely fails the test. And but the thing is, like, even if he didn't completely fail the test, because it makes him so, he believes that he has failed the test, and he
makes him vulnerable.
And suddenly he's like, it makes him kind of just, they like pile on all this stuff to make him confess or admit to what he's done. It's just.
And then he's just going to
clever.
break, isn't he? It's like putting like the straw that broke the camel's back or whatever.
Yeah. Oh man. Anyway, sorry, we're getting super distracted.
Sorry, guys.
We're getting super distracted. Anyway, let's resume our attempt to figure out what this game is about.
Yeah.
Moida.
So
So this is what we opened with. I suppose we should start with this one.
Yeah.
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
Murder.
Yeah, that's me. But February, and that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Simon's dead, right?
So in the initial, look, she's changing clothes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what dates are all these? Does it say?
I guess the original time she came in was.
I think we need a notepad
Black coffee, thanks.
rather than the back of that tissue box.
What are you saying, Lydia?
Oh, wait, actually.
Say I'm not a professional detective, Lydia.
Well, I mean,
Maybe you should take the notes this time.
I'm taking the notes. Get rid of your shitty. I forgot about. I've got a notepad. I'm not gonna. I don't your shitty tissue box.
I want you to do a timeline as well.
All right. What's
Maybe we
this?
don't need a timeline.
Oh, it's just my Pokemon list at the back. Okay.
Pokemon?
For Barry. All right. Okay, I'm ready.
Is that your Poke list?
Yeah, that's before we had our official printed out list. Okay. All right. Wait. Give it. What did it say? What was it next? Give me the information you've already.
Didn't say anything. Just said she has a boyfriend,
Okay.
Hannah. Boyfriend Simon.
Hannah.
They live on Gladstone Street. He's like a glazier, a glassman.
Okay. She is or he is?
Nightjar said, "Can you put me down for a Pidgey?"
He's already dead. All right. So Hannah's boyfriend Simon lives on Gladstone Street.
Yeah, and
Who? Which one's a glass person? Him or
glazier,
her?
Simon is.
Simon.
Yeah. So she was first interviewed on 18th of June, and he was still alive.
Okay. So
18 June.
are we sure he was still alive?
Yeah, because she's talking about him in the present.
Okay.
As if,
18th
well-
June. Was that 2094?
94. 2094. It's quite far in the future.
Okay. I just keep thinking of Simon as from Contradiction now. Simon's Homebrew. In my head, that's who this is all about.
And then here,
Yeah.
she
That's
mentions the murder.
And what date is that?
February. That was months ago.
What's that got
What's that got to do with Simon's murder? So they've shown her a picture of her in February of and what's that got to do with Simon's murder?
But
So
this is
Simon's been
July.
murdered in July,
Right.
before July.
You think it's murder?
And then this
But
is,
that's only been a month apart then. You're saying he died in between
Clearly
that
it's
month.
murder.
so she was murdered. So she's sure it's
What can I do
murder.
to help?
They're telling her it's murder on the 27th of June. And then the 3rd of July, so two. So I guess that this is over like a month of time here.
Yeah.
And they bring her in 2 days more later.
I didn't murder Simon.
And now she's saying she didn't murder
You've
him.
got it wrong. You've got the wrong person.
I didn't murder him. I didn't poison him to death. with poison.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now.
And now she's asking for a lawyer.
Now, okay, so you're saying...
You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
At least this has got the dates the right way around.
She's a poisoner. You know it.
Yeah.
At the time they said it was poison. Food poisoning. I mean, I felt so guilty.
So this is from
If I'd still been
25th.
at home, maybe I could have done something. I didn't.
Food poisoning.
So this is from before she was told it was murder.
Yeah, 27th she was told it was murder. But then no, she must have known because she's talking about him being poisoned.
Okay, let me just give you a little bit of advice on making a timeline. Don't just write things in date order on...
Look, you, get
Show
away.
this to the camera.
Get away.
Show me your timeline.
away. Get
it's
away.
just it's a list.
It's a little
How
list.
are you going to add things in the break of that?
Get away. My perfect list. Fine. I will do an arrow like this.
It's all right.
Is that better? I did an arrow.
And put Pokemon on it.
I got a job to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school.
Doug.
He said it didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids. So you see, it's always been complicated between me and Simon. It's never just been the two of us. There's always been pressure.
There's a third man. There's a third man. A third one.
I got a job to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone and
Doug.
I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school. He said
Doug.
it didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids.
Okay, so she's not a poisoner.
So you
She ain't a poisoner, guys,
it's always
probably.
been complicated.
I
Which
don't know.
is good
She still
news.
might be a poisoner.
Is she a
It's
stabber?
never just been the two
She a
of us.
murderer?
It's always been.
Hannah is a
Pressure.
lunch lady. Is lunch lady.
Yeah, we've got some keywords we can look up. School. Working at the school, you know, Doug.
Oh, delicious.
Doug. We got Simon, obviously. Simon. She was talking a lot about Simon on this
61
very
entries.
first
It's the
day.
Rockington Arms.
The Rockington Arms, the Rock.
It's run by a nice
Write that
couple,
down.
Peter and Susan.
Peter and Susan, write that down.
There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with. And the barmaid they're having sometimes.
Helen. Peter, Susan, Helen,
Peter
Rock.
said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
What's it called? The Rockington
The Rockington Arms.
Arms.
Peter, Susan, Helen.
Rockington Arms.
Okay.
So they all run the Rockington Arms? Oh, yeah.
It's the Rockington Arms.
I don't know. Is
The
that
Rock.
is that where they hang
It's run
out?
by a nice couple.
Yeah. So Peter and Susan run it.
There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with. And the barmaid
Simon
they're
likes to
having
drink.
sometimes. Helen.
And the barmaid they have in there sometimes.
Peter said
Helen's.
Simon had
Helen's a
been in and
barmaid.
had a few drinks.
Helen could be the person's. Okay, calling it right now. Helen and Simon having an affair. She likes Doug. They stab Doug. Doug and Simon get into a fight. Doug kills him
Wait. Okay, I got it.
because he loves him.
There's a-
sure.
there's-
Hello, brain.
There's a pub, right? And then Helen and Simon have a fight outside. And then, but Helen's really drunk. She puts a £20 note on the thing to pay for the window. And then they board it up using this funny sellotape.
And that's-
then the sellotape is the clue.
That's right.
Because Helen drowned Simon in the water.
Yes. What does this homebrew?
Homebrew!
They were drinking homebrew. Ah.
Ah!
Okay, next.
Yes. There's an
An
Amstrad.
Amstrad computer.
One uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can
Write down
write
Amstrad
letters on
computer.
it.
Amstrad computer.
Simon sometimes plays
Someone's supposed to play games.
Yeah. And save the princess.
Well, of course, it's 1994.
No, they don't
Old
have.
school.
Simon isn't the type to run off, do
Crazy.
anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been something.
So, okay, at this point, Simon's gone missing.
Simon's missing mid-June.
So she's reporting him. The first thing is she's coming in, saying hello. I've brought a picture of him. He's gone missing. Right, but then he turns up dead. They bring her back in.
So 27th of June, Simon is dead.
So yeah, a week later they find his body. They bring her back in. They're like, Simon's been murdered. It's clearly murder. We're going to ask you a series of questions to find out who done it. Mm-hmm. Is it going to be you, or is it going to be Doug, or is it going to be Helen, or is it going to be another character?
Okay. So where should we start? We've got a lot of things we can look up here.
Right. Well, who do we? Well, you pick.
Peter. So he owns the Rockington Arms. Oh, there's another
He's not
one.
in it.
All right. Susan. Not interested.
Irrelevant.
Helen.
I bet you it's going to be a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, just
only
one.
more. Okay.
No. I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said.
They argued.
He was upset about our argument.
He likes blondes.
He fancies Helen.
Well, that's all we got on Helen.
Wait,
though.
he was upset about our argument. Is she
Yeah,
talking
I think
about...
I think they argued.
Right, so...
Which is a good motive, because people tend to have these raging arguments before compulsive, unmeditated murder.
Yeah.
Unplanned, furious
Rage.
breakdowns. Yeah. If it's premeditated and planned, there'll be less.
If it's like a bludgeoning over the head and it's really messy and stuff, that will be more just like anger.
Yeah.
Like lash out. Whereas
if they go missing,
yeah,
it is usually more planned.
Yeah.
Or at least they had a good clean-up.
Yeah. Which is hard to do though.
Okay. What's next? Doug.
That's a good point.
Doug. So if you're talking about Doug here,
Who's Doug again? Doug is just the one who got her the job.
So this looks like the second meeting that he's missing, possibly.
Yeah.
So he's still missing at this point. Eleanor. Right down here.
I feel sorry for them.
Oh, what? Right.
Why does she feel sorry for him?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been married to Doug and Eleanor's and
They're very worried.
I feel sorry for them.
Okay, so they're worried about Simon.
This is late.
Every week, maybe less. I once asked Eleanor how often I should dust, and she said, if people ask, tell them you do it once a week, but every few weeks is okay. I think she was just trying to make me feel better. I mean, when I was there, she was hoovering every day. Ran an ordered house. You know how that generation is, putting on a brave front. She has secret stashes of cigarettes. Doug doesn't even know she smokes. When I was there, I saw her. She has these sort of porcelain vases, ornamental, next to the Reader's Digest books. Cigarettes inside. And she still has them. And last time I was there, I looked in a vase. There was a fresh pack. I mean, all those years of marriage. And she still has a secret like that.
She's talking about Eleanor.
Eleanor and
Secret
Doug.
smoker. So, okay, I think what we should do is we should start categorising the interviews into like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This is interview 1. No, this is interview... 1 is the one where she's in the red.
Yeah?
Obviously, like... Because then there's... This is 2. Because she's come in before the murder on the 27th.
So 1, she's
We could do it
wearing
with
red.
Dave.
2, she's wearing like a blue shirt.
Yeah.
Blue short sleeve shirt.
Well, I think they might have to do more numbers in the
Yeah.
in the gaps. But then there's like 3, which is her at the murder. Do you know what I mean? It seems like she's come in for a series. Like this is the beginning. This is number 3.
Oh, I've got wearing red as number 1.
Oh.
Wearing red
Sorry.
is number 3.
This is number 1. Sorry, this is number 1. Yeah. Anyway, maybe we don't need to do that, but I just want to. In my head, if this was more complicated and we needed to figure it out. Anyway. Anyway, Doug. We'll keep looking through Doug because.
Okay.
This is the same day. She's just
I parked up in the
talking about all
street.
sorts of
It was
stuff.
busy, so I had to park
Is this
down the
okay? So is this on some specific
Walked
day?
up, knocked on the door, no answer.
It's like when you first
I took my keys
realised
out of
he
my
was
bag and unlocked
missing.
The door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Sam's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper, but he wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly in the living room. Nothing. So I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. I had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it. I think it was Eric.
Who's Eric?
Then I was just exhausted. So
This
I
is a
lay down
really
in
weird
bed
thing to like.
and sleep, though I didn't mean to.
A really weird story.
I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. This time I spoke to him. Then I called Doug and Eleanor. And then I decided to come and see you.
Right.
Don't know.
Then I decided to come. Oh no! After only that amount of time, she considered that he was missing after only a few hours. That wasn't very long, was it?
Maybe something else had happened though. Do you
Ah.
know what I mean? So it was like,
Okay. I parked up in the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road.
yeah. So, I mean, maybe this is the day, the 27th day she's talking about. Oh no, well, not even that. Maybe the 18th, like when he went missing,
That's when he went missing,
right at the beginning.
Simon's still alive, the 18th of June.
She's just recounting what happened. It's a bit of a weird story, isn't it?
Mm.
I mean, there's
I
details
parked
that
up in the
work,
street.
obviously.
I was
It was
thinking-
busy, so I had to park down the end
Does
of the
anyone
road.
like touch the
Walked up,
kettle to
knocked on
see
the
if
door.
someone's been in or not? That
Mm.
seems very weird.
It does,
My
doesn't
keys
it?
out of my
Yeah.
bag and unlocked the door.
I mean, this feels like,
You can tell because the
This
key
feels
doesn't turn when you try to
truthful.
turn it to the left.
you know, here.
Mm.
I walked in. Sam's coat wasn't on
I guess
the peg.
back in
I couldn't see
'94,
his shoes in the shoe rack.
like mobile
I shouted
phones and
out.
stuff wasn't such a
I
thing.
walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea
Usually
and
you
read his
text them.
paper, but he wasn't there.
Oh, you both do that? What, to
Touch
check
the
if someone's
kettle.
been in?
It was
You touch the
cold.
kettle?
I looked quickly in the living room, nothing. So I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there.
Oh, wow, okay.
I had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower.
I checked
didn't
the
answer
flour
it.
I spread onto the floor for footprints.
Then
He
I
wasn't
was
there.
just exhausted.
And then she just fell asleep. And
Yep, I do it too. Apparently that's a thing. Oh, I didn't
Checking
know
the
that was a
kettle.
thing. Yeah, check the kettle, see if someone's been in or not. If it's hot, you know that someone's been in. There we go.
that is really interesting. I've never
Yeah.
even considered that.
Yeah.
1984 was an awful year in the end.
1984.
We were living at Doug and Eleanor's.
Ah, they
I
lived-
lost the baby at the end of spring and my
Right,
parents died.
okay.
in the
Baby,
summer.
1984.
It was a hot summer, a heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was
Oh,
just
God.
awful. Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. A forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat. It was just awful.
How did her parents die then? Jesus. Suicide pact?
What's an entomologist? Is that an insect expert?
Bug guy.
Yeah.
They look at bugs.
Like old Grissom.
Who? What did she? When did she mention that?
Well, I think
1984 was an awful year in the end. We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring and my parents died in the summer. It was a hot summer, a heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful. Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. A forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat.
Okay, right.
It was just awful.
So she lost a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Her parents both died at the same time.
Which makes it sound like they committed suicide together?
That is weird.
Or they were murdered
They were either
in their beds?
poisoned.
Poisoned? Something? Well, then it would have come up. Well, no, she's not talking about it.
I mean, these guys were living with Doug and Eleanor at the time.
Could we look up parents or like mum or dad or whatever?
Yeah.
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back. I waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. He had a job. He didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at the Rock, that's our local. He said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come see you. His parents haven't heard anything either.
Right.
Okay.
Can we just... Sorry,
This doesn't gel with the thing she said before.
Yeah, I'm confused about the whole... I came
Her
in
story's
and
changed.
touched the kettle.
Yeah.
So wait, Friday night... Wait, can you just play that one again? I just want to get a good...
So,
Friday evening they had an argument.
Friday evening,
We know
Friday
that.
we had an argument.
Eve
He left.
argument.
On Saturday, he didn't come back.
Saturday,
I waited all day. He was
No
supposed to
sign.
go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon.
Simon.
He didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at the Rock, that's our local. He said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since.
So he went to the Rock after the
Still wasn't
argument.
back this morning.
Okay.
Isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time.
Sunday
it's getting
morning.
dark again. So I decided to come see you.
Morning and night.
His parents haven't heard anything either.
No sign. So Sunday night, Hannah goes to the police.
And so this is from the Sunday night at 7:20 p.m.
Yeah. Argument. Simon goes to the Rock. And is that when he saw the barmaid that he fancies and talked to her because she said he was upset about our argument. So that's when he saw Helen and was talking to Helen about their argument. And then after that, he just goes.
He likes blondes.
He likes blondes, yeah.
Do you reckon she caught? Do you reckon she caught him with him, murdered him? See, that doesn't gel with her late story, does it?
That was a bit
Definitely.
weird. She says that she went to
Both
sleep and he wasn't
Both
there.
our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room. And they decided we should get married. No. I lost the baby. I had a miscarriage at 8 months. We carried on living at Simon's parents until, well, it was only a few months after.
So
Her parents died.
So this is 10 years ago
Then
she's
my
talking
parents
about.
died. It was the worst year of my life. A miscarriage and then my parents. Yes. I inherited it from my parents. That
She
made
moved
sense
into their
to me
parents'
back.
house. There's a motive to kill them
And Simon.
because they were living in
Felt
this
like
horrible
going back to
place,
old ways
potentially.
before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, the dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
Did they die in the bedroom?
I think so, yeah. Didn't they say they found him, they were dead in bed or something?
It was a hot summer.
Yeah, so this is a decade ago. This is all happening.
Yes. I speak with Eleanor at least once a day. Not that there's anything much to say. It's more just...
Oh, Spilt coffee.
We found a bit where she spills coffee on herself.
I speak with Eleanor at least once
We got
day.
achieved for that.
Not that there's
Yay.
anything much to say. It's more just
It's like where did the soda go?
Wait, who's Eleanor?
The Doug's wife.
Doug's wife. Oh yeah, of course. Sorry, the ones who own the pub.
Do they own the pub?
Yeah, they own the Rockington Arms.
Right, the Rock.
No, they don't. Sorry, that's Peter and Susan.
Yeah,
My bad.
it's all right.
oh god.
Doug and Ella are just their mates.
I feel like we've already found like a contradiction
Guess the
though.
Rock. We've spoken to everyone there. Someone must have seen where he went. I don't know. So many things could have gone wrong.
So many things could have gone wrong.
No, no one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago. Someone sang you from the Rock.
All right, can we search Eric?
Catchin Man says, Lewis, wrong game. What do you mean wrong game? Am I thinking about a different thing?
Huh?
Did you know donations says, did you know
Ooh.
Lydia once interviewed Gandhi, aka Ben Kingsley, Sir Ben Kingsley.
Sir Ben Kingsley.
That's really
yeah.
cool. What was he like?
He was nice. He was nice, but he was a bit scary. He was a bit intimidating. He was very serious, like super serious.
Did he have a very much like Jeff Goldblum demeanor, like an aura of charisma around him?
Yeah, but he was not like that. Like Jeffy boy, I can't speak. It's more sort of like wacky, charismatic. Like he was more serious and stern. Like had a presence about him, but a bit intimidating.
Very Shakespearean.
Yeah, super. So yeah, I was terrified. I was like 21, and I just kept stuttering because I was so nervous. It was so embarrassing.
That sounds great.
Yeah, that's Sir Gandhi to you. But yeah, so thank you. Did you know donations? Thank you.
Welsh Laura says, hello both of you. Today I found out
Hello.
Lydia is very good at accents and voice acting. Lewis is Lewis.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you,
for the
Laura.
$20 donation. Thank you so much.
I've seen you in chat. Oh, I said contradiction. That's why everyone was like, wrong game. Yeah, sorry. But do you know what I mean? Like the contradiction is like, her story changed.
Her story, what I don't get is the story about coming home and touching the kettle compared to the we had an argument and he left. Is she talking about Sunday at that point?
Oh, I see. She is talking about Sunday.
She came home and was still checking whether
and
he'd
that's
come
why
home.
she fell asleep and woke up
Woke
and then
asleep,
came.
he's still not there, so then she goes to the
Right.
police station. Right, that story's about Sunday.
So it does actually still
yeah,
make sense.
yeah.
Anyway, smell my ding dong. Says naughty late Lulu and big lids. You should be ashamed of yourself. Mummy is very cross. We weren't that late. There's a new late emote.
Yeah, I saw
in chat.
that.
So if we're late, which we're late every day.
Yeah.
But maybe if you guys spam late enough, we'll not be late.
Maybe that'll do it.
Maybe that'll keep us be better. Late as fuck. Bronzebot has been asking for ages for us to play Hypnospace Outlaw. We actually do need a new game.
Yeah.
So yeah, we will definitely get on that. I bought it.
Okay, sweet. We should do it.
And we don't have a
afterwards
game
then.
for next week. So.
Yeah, let's do that then.
Bronzebot, if you bug us enough, we'll eventually play your game.
Thank you, Bronzebot.
But it is a good, legit suggestion. We'll take that. Fucking hell. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Right. What's the next thing on the list, Lydia? That we need to investigate.
Doug. No, Eric.
Oh yeah, Eric. And he's the guy that Simon works
with. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was wearing
So this is what was Simon wearing when he went missing?
the blue
He was wearing a
turtleneck
shirt.
and jeans.
Blue turtleneck shirt and jeans.
He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric.
His boss, right?
He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat, black pants there. He would have taken that with him. It's not in the house.
Right.
Right, so this is all. He's still missing.
This is day
Yes,
Yeah.
there's a car that we share.
one. Cavalier.
Cavalier. And a van he uses for work. It's
Van.
owned by Eric, but we look after
There's a van as well, maybe.
We could
Like
put
we
them
found the
out
van.
on the street.
Have you found the van? Have you found the Cavalier?
I can look if you want to get back.
Keys? Okay, keys. Did she ever bring the keys with her back? Right, follow these. Have you written down those?
I've written van, keys, and the number 1 is dark blue jacket.
Cavalier.
Yes.
Write that down.
Cavalier.
That would be in his wallet. It's a Visa.
A
silver
Visa?
one.
His credit card.
He doesn't like to spend money he doesn't have, so he usually pays with cash. But Eric convinced him to get one.
Eric.
was like
Eric's.
an uncle to him.
Eric's
They were pretty close. They spend a lot of
obviously
time with
mentioned
each
a
other,
lot.
especially when they have to go to conferences.
So it's his boss, but they're
Have you met his
good
wife,
friends
Diane?
as well. Diane.
Okay, so Eric's got a wife, Diane. This might open up something more subtle.
Diane is his wife.
Diane is really nice. She helps out with the glaziers, organises the Christmas party, that sort of thing. They have 2 kids, really sweet kids. She used to look out for me when I worked there.
She works at the
She
Glaziers.
used to
at
work
some
there as
point.
well. I wonder if
Hmm.
that's how they met.
So this is on the.
She's got red with. This is
So
when
this is the day she was told that it was murder. This is the. It's now murder investigation day,
right.
Yeah, that's Simon's watch.
and they've got pictures. They've got obviously
it was
got
a gift
pictures
from Eric.
of
He got it this
the
year.
body, and they found him with his watch.
It was a wedding anniversary.
She doesn't seem that sad, does she?
Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time. You must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
Is that her
I was in
alibi?
Glasgow.
Her alibi is going to Glasgow. In fact, we think he was killed on a Wednesday.
Hmm.
So her alibi is possibly going to Glasgow.
Not really.
So this is 3 days later. She's
He
back
would go to
in.
the pub. He had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house. Sometimes Eric, his boss, and his wife would come over for dinner. That would be us returning favour. Diane is a really good cook, into her trendy ingredients.
She's only got nice things to say about
And the
Diane.
last time Simon cooked something off MasterChef, he
Ceefax.
got the recipe off Ceefax, and I did my Lloyd Grossman bit, commenting from the sidelines. I had to find fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel?
Don't really like fennel.
No.
You ever eaten fennel?
Fennel.
Oh,
You can't hear her, but she has a very posh voice.
okay.
Yeah.
Simon and Eric
Very
arguing?
well spoken.
No, I can't imagine they'd be arguing.
Well, not
They're
posh,
getting
but
so
well spoken.
Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist. But I don't know. You should ask Diane.
Why is she on a guitar?
That is weird, isn't it?
Wait, who had an argument?
Simon and Eric arguing?
Simon and Eric were arguing.
I can't imagine they'd be arguing.
At the
Okay.
pub?
Getting on so well. Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being too much of a perfectionist.
Did Simon
But
and
I
Eric
don't know.
argue?
You should ask Diane.
Oh, yeah.
You want me to play something?
No.
I'm not the world's greatest guitar player.
Why is it even
Okay.
there?
Probably needs some tuning. No. It's okay. How about a traditional band? Should be right up your street. There were 2 sisters came walking by the sea. Oh, the wind and the rain. The eldest one pushed the other one in. Oh, the dreadful wind and see, they both had a love for the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. But he only cared for the youngest one. All the dreadful wind. Oh, the eldest envied her sister fair. Oh, the wind and the rain. With her
They're making notes. It's a dreadful wind and rain.
Oh my gosh.
What is this? What is happening? I don't understand. Why is she
Describing a
playing?
murder.
It's like that Rumpelstiltskin story.
Oh, it's secretly.
You're like, is there meaning to this? Or is this just a
But
weird
it
thing?
turned out that there was no meaning.
Yeah.
We thought it was like his confession.
Yeah, and it was just literally a story for his kid. Woo!
And then it gets really weird, so I think that's a good place to stop.
What the fuck was that all about? Why did that happen? What?
Not everything has meaning.
No.
Simon's guitar.
Play guitar.
No, wait, was that?
That was Collins.
Oh,
No.
no.
It's, Steve's, David's, Michael's, Christopher's, someone's guitar collection. So, did they find a guitar, and this is to show that it's hers?
But what? What? Why would they be like, we found this guitar, and she's like, give it over here. It's just this little
No,
old
Simon didn't play guitar.
song I wrote.
Why would they find a
He wasn't very
guitar?
musical. He liked to listen, but he was tone deaf.
So maybe they're like, we found a
Yes.
guitar at the crime scene.
Yeah, it's my guitar.
Whose guitar is it? Oh, it's mine.
Okay. They
So
found
her
a
guitar was maybe found at the crime scene?
What? And then she just starts playing it? That's so weird. Van.
Yes. I always pull it shut and then lock the bigger lock with the key. No, I don't think it was. I turned the key, but it was already unlocked.
So she's confirming stuff that it's good to. This is another thing they do in detective work. They ask you the same question over different time periods because people can't remember their lives.
Yeah, and they get confused.
And they will say something slightly different every time.
Yeah.
And that leads to being like, well,
wait a minute, I thought you said that
yeah, like,
you didn't double lock the door.
and they'll say, oh well, I must have misremembered. But by that point, you've got a crack there because why would they? Because as soon as you realise that they're not telling the truth about this, it opens up avenues. Like, why are they? Yeah, it's very common to do this because you
asking
can't, like, if
questions.
you've got a fake story in mind, it's very hard to, like, remember every single small detail about that fake story.
Yeah.
And that's why having video is really useful because you can keep very detailed notes of what happened and trip people up. Anyway, it's just
They'd gone to bed
a couple of
feeling
days after.
thinking it was flu or something.
Oh, this is about her parents.
The neighbour called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed. And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed. Just awful. It was so soon after my miscarriage. The worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that it was just like, fuck.
So how did they die of the flu? They just got sick?
I mean,
Both
I
together?
think that she probably done it.
You think so?
I think sometimes having a miscarriage can make you go mad slightly psychologically. Some people have these breaks, don't they? Or at least I don't know if they do in real life, but certainly they do in movies and TV. You know, sort of an event, a very uprooting, distressing event that can make you go mental.
I mean, maybe we're looking too into it. Maybe they were sick and there was a heat wave.
Could be. Kappa. Lewis, female psychology.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I know what you're saying.
I'm not saying I don't know if it actually happens. I
Yeah.
think that in movies,
A traumatic
and TV,
event
These
can-
are like
trigger.
But this is what you
Something
I don't know
awful.
if it actually happens in real life.
I think it might.
I'm
I think
fairly
it does,
doubtful
doesn't
that
it?
people are turn into murderers when they're very upset. About
Yeah, well, I
something.
don't know about murderer, but it can definitely going through something incredibly traumatic can sort of, you know, do stuff to you, can't it?
Yeah, Diane, we haven't looked up her, have we really? Yes, we have. Who else did we not look up?
Right. Can we look up argument or argue?
Yeah.
So this is the Friday night argument.
So she said we had an argument. He walked out. He went to the pub, but then we never saw him again. He obviously, it seems like he had an argument with Eric when he was at the pub, and then he was missing.
Yes, we have arguments, but he never runs off. He always comes back. We make up. It's always that way.
They
So
have
it seems
lots
like they
of
have a fairly
arguments.
tumultuous
Yeah.
thing.
Yes. We left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock.
8 p.m.
Went to the pub at 8 p.m.
Yeah. Friday night they have an argument. Simon goes to the Rock, and then he talks to Helen, then disappears.
Not drugs. I mean, he drinks.
Does
but
he do
never
any
very
drink? Is he
much.
drugs? There we go.
Goes
I
to the
mean,
pub and has one or two. Sometimes we go together. He drinks wine with food, but he doesn't have any kind of drinking problem.
okay.
God, I don't know. Could be anyone. Maybe someone followed him back from the pub. But why would he let them in?
Where was she though?
Doesn't make sense.
Where was she on Friday night? That doesn't make sense, does it? Someone followed him back from the pub, but why would they let him in? But she would have been at home. Chat saying try blonde. Oh, she says she was in Glasgow.
Oh yeah, Glasgow. That's the one, wasn't it? Her alibi. We forgot about looking up there.
What, so she went to Glasgow on Saturday
So they
morning?
got in the car
Or Friday
and
night?
they drove.
We'll find out.
And just kept driving north. Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow. I was so tired.
Seems like a recurring problem with her. She, you know, she just goes somewhere and has to sleep.
Yes. I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past. I got some petrol, bought a coffee and a pastry, tried calling someone from the payphone, and then headed back. Yeah, that's Simon's watch.
Oh,
It was a
the
gift
one
from-
with the Glasgow that we've seen.
No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that day.
I was asking if anyone saw you there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any alibi? I guess if she's got the receipt,
Yeah, for the,
From the petrol station.
station.
but that feels like a very fixed
When I arrived in Glasgow,
and
I
something
was
you could fake
exhausted.
too. Someone else could buy
The
that.
streets were empty. I was driving badly.
Well, she had a crash.
I
That's
hit a taxi.
gotta
Not
have
a big
proof.
crash, just paintwork. The guy was so pissed off because I didn't have a driving license on me. But when I told him I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital.
Is she
so we
pregnant
could
again
check me out.
now?
Is she pregnant now?
It was fine. The hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car.
All right.
Anna is pregnant. Yeah, sorry.
Asked the hospital.
Huh.
I don't see how it's hard. We've established I was in Glasgow when he was killed. We've spoken with the hospital.
Interesting. Right, so they have their argument and she drives Friday night up to Glasgow.
Yeah, must
Right.
be.
And then she comes home on Sunday,
The door's unlocked.
the door's unlocked and he's not home and she thinks, No way.
Police
No,
station.
she comes home the next day.
No,
Or
because she
something.
says Saturday, no sign of Simon.
Yeah, so I think she was like.
How would she know there's no sign of Simon? She's in Glasgow.
We'll go back through that one in a
I'm
second.
confused.
A police station. Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. A taxi driver we paid to drop us off. I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and
This
there
is
to pay
unrelated.
the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station. But I blamed everything on my friend Eve. So my parents let me off.
What search was this? Oh, taxi.
Let's talk about Eve. Write that down. We'll get back to Eve.
Eve is a childhood friend?
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. Like, where was the original story?
I'm a bit confused because so Friday Eve, they have an argument. He leaves at 8. He goes to the Rock. He disappears. Says Saturday, no sign of Simon. Sunday morning and night, no sign. Sunday night, Hannah goes to the police. Why have I got Saturday, no sign of Simon if she's in Glasgow? She wouldn't know if Simon was there or not if she's in Glasgow.
She might have come back that day though.
So she literally drove to Glasgow Friday night
Woke up, drove back.
and woke up and drove back. So she came back on Saturday. But in that thing, it says she came back, opened the door, checked the kettle, had a nap, then woke up, realised he wasn't there and went to the police that evening.
Yeah.
Unless, was it Saturday night she went to the police? Had it been 24
No, it was
hours?
Sunday. It was
Sunday
Sunday
night.
night, surely.
Do you see what I
I know what you mean. Doesn't quite.
Yeah.
The story doesn't quite make sense.
doesn't quite. Why is she saying there's no sign of Simon on Saturday? Well, you wouldn't know that if you were in Glasgow.
Which search was this that gave us this?
Fuck, what was the search that
We
told
should have
us?
bookmarked these.
Yeah, that
these
was
ones.
important, wasn't it?
It's
Kettle, check kettle. No, yes.
Yeah, that's the one. She was talking about the kettles, wasn't she?
Okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat
This
wasn't
must
on
be
the
when she
peg.
got back.
Yeah, this is
I
back
couldn't
from
see his shoes in the
Glasgow.
shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen.
Yeah.
as he
Can we
usually
try
does.
Saturday? Yeah, that one.
So,
Here we go.
it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back.
I waited all
He
day.
waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. He had a job. He didn't show.
Did she go Saturday night?
Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at the Rock. That's our local.
She says she checked at
They'd
the
seen him
Rock.
on the Friday night, but not
So that's on
since.
Saturday. She's definitely at home on
Still
Saturday.
this morning.
Well, she's lying at some point.
Wasn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come see you.
Glasgow is
Maybe she went.
Glasgow is not in that.
But maybe she went to Glasgow. Maybe it's like her.
She would say, like, I went to Glasgow and then I came back.
Mm. I left the next day.
I left the
Saturday.
next day Saturday. Yes, so you look.
Spent a few hours in the car. And when I woke up, I came straight back.
Why didn't she mention it in that first one?
Simon wasn't returning my calls and I wanted to try and make up.
So
She said she
Got back to the
basically
house.
said she waited in all day, but she didn't wait.
she didn't
wasn't
wait in
there.
all day. Saturday.
I...
Throwing up because she's pregnant. Hannah went to Glasgow. Right, so in that first one, in the blue, she's lying.
It was late. Early Saturday morning.
She left early Saturday morning.
Okay.
But she said she waited in all day and she went to the pub and they'd seen him on Friday.
I guess she just
Lying?
skipped over it.
She realised she needed an alibi.
A week or so ago. It would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
Okay, it's just an unrelated Saturday thing.
Right. Could we take a break?
Yes.
Right. Steve? Yep, cool. Right. We will be back.
Please be sick.
I speak. Oh, it was sick.
Well, she's having an affair. And she's got pregnant with another man's baby.
I'm gonna go to Glasgow.
And so she's killing her husband and going to Glasgow tomorrow morning. All right, BRB.
BRB. See you in a bit. See you.
Shut the fuck up, man.
Hello everyone, welcome back.
Hello, everybody.
We're here. We're doing this. We're doing a thing.
We're doing it.
We're solving a mystery. We're looking through her story. We're trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. Lydia's eating popcorn. I'm really enjoying this, just nosing around.
Yeah, it's like a good movie.
Oh, she visited the police station.
When I was young,
Yeah, we went through this.
we ran away on my birthday.
I remember that one. Why is that not flagged itself up? Oh, these are new ones,
These
sorry.
are new, yeah. You're looking up
The
Eve,
childhood
right.
friend, yeah.
Okay.
My friend Eve. And she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it. I mean, really hate her sometimes.
Did she die mysteriously?
Because she killed her.
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater.
That's
There was no one else around.
What?
It was a fight on the
That's like the
beach.
folk tale.
I
Oh,
held
shit.
her head under,
It is! Maybe that did have meaning, that song.
and for a moment, I just wanted to kill
Yeah.
her and watch her drown.
Should we? Yeah.
But that was it.
I wouldn't admit that to the police if I were her. I'd keep that to myself.
Made up after. It was a love-hate relationship.
I wanted to fucking kill her. But we made up, and I didn't kill my husband, definitely. She's cracking.
I'm talking about Eve.
What? Is Eve her imaginary friend? Oh my god, she's doing Morse code. Huh.
Oh,
Right.
there you go. She had a little break there.
Yeah, little breakdown there.
This is quite a late one, this.
Oh yeah, early
My
July.
mother called me Eve.
Wait, Eve is like
Her.
her. She's got like a split. What's it called?
Split personality.
Split personality. What?
This looks like she's being. This looks like this is just a meeting room.
Yeah.
This is an interview room.
Oh yeah.
It looks like
Like
she's
she's being
actually being
questioned.
properly questioned
Yeah.
here.
Or twins. She's the evil twin. But she tried to drown Eve. Here we go.
Twins. Really? Are you really asking me that question?
Huh? Are you a twin? Oh, there we go. We cracked something there.
Are you out of your mind? Twins.
Yes.
Florence took me home with her.
Which part?
Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
What?
Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby.
Did the other twin die?
I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up.
Twins, but one died?
Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion.
Oof. Oof. Ooh.
There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories.
She crazy.
We knew we were like that. Twins. Magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. Had a pride of place. And underneath we used to put all our special things. when her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
Huh. Yeah, that's good.
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead. But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
What the fuck?
So,
The fuck?
so they were twins.
And Florence pretended she was dead and kept her?
Yeah.
But why did she say, I'm Hannah? Wait, are there two separate women or is she just crazy?
She's.
What happened?
She might have taken over
When my
Hannah's
parents
life.
first lived there was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born,
Ooh.
I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help.
Or maybe she's just crazy.
I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah.
This is so
The
weird. It's
midwife
got so weird.
told my mother I was dead. But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary.
Diary.
Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
Could we look diary up? Should talk more about it after Florence, yeah.
Write down.
Diary.
Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight.
What the fuck?
It wasn't odd for people to see a midwife with a baby, carrying in supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different. I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road. I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror. She was me.
Shit.
Florence was a warm, kind person,
She stole you. She was crazy.
but she was broken, I guess. When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it. Older papers, letters, that kind of thing. Her story wasn't there.
Her story.
I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand, I guess. I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family, but her husband died in the war. And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s. But, I mean, I guess it was different then. You know, you married for life and she felt she could never marry again. I guess it was harder, a war widow. One of the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know. No. It was just me and her. Eve was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try when he came back.
Well, he died. Oh.
Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood. Or sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week. That's my thing. I've kept one, well, as long as I can remember, since I was a girl. It helps make sense of my day. And when you're forced to put something into words, it just gives you perspective. Everyone's on the same page.
Do you want to watch that?
1 second.
Twins? Really? Are you really asking me that question?
Are you pregnant with twins?
Are you out of your mind? Twins? When I was 8, Mother died. She slipped down the stairs.
I pushed her.
It was an accident.
Oh my god, it wasn't an
I
accident.
At that point, and I knew she wasn't my real mother.
So she fucking pushed her.
So I burned the diary that day, and I left. Walked out and across the street.
Across the street?
Ooh. Across the street to Hannah?
Just became our way of life. We would swap places and take it in turns to do things. And we were very careful. Whoever had been out that day would come back and write a detailed diary so that we were on the same page. We had a list of rules that said what we could and couldn't do in any given situation. It was exhaustive. We lived a second life through those rules. Rules for things that could only ever happen inside our imaginations. And we would consider all the permutations of future events and agree rules to walk our way through them.
What the
But that's why,
actual flying...
maybe that's why one was
fuck.
in Glasgow.
Oh, the other one was at home. Jesus Christ! Well, I didn't see the story going this way.
Thought that worked.
Maybe that was only in the other one. Oh, bloody hell. There's 2 of them.
Let me see. Yes. I drove in here because I remember, well, I went over the river. And then there was a church. There. Yeah. And I probably I remember seeing a street sign called Princess Street. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it must be this one. There.
She's showing her diary there.
I thought she was just saying the route. I don't know. It was Prince's...
It wasn't the present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while. The present was a mirror. A nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me.
Oh my god. I mean,
Yeah.
Wait,
We were
tattoo.
17.
She's got a
It was a
tattoo.
nice wedding, people said.
suddenly.
Simon
Wait, does one of them have a tattoo and one of them doesn't? Oh, but her arm's always cut. What about that one there? She doesn't have a tattoo in that one.
It wasn't the present so much. It
So-
was
They're bringing in different ones.
Oh my
at
god!
different times.
When they've got a... There's a tattoo that tells them apart. Fuck!
But often they're
Sometimes you
wearing the long
can't tell because
sleeve.
they're wearing long sleeves.
But
Oh, wait,
this,
also-
but
sorry.
they're bringing them both in for interview.
Also, is it anything to do with the fringe? Does one of them wear their fringe off their forehead and the other one wears it slid across? I'm wondering.
Have they got a different haircut? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
You're saying that this is the real.
I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just noticing sometimes she has her fringe off her face and sometimes her fringe is on her face. Yeah, it's a tattoo, but how do you work out when they're wearing long sleeves? Fuck.
Yeah, we were 17. It was a nice wedding, people said. Simon looked very handsome in the photos.
He was 17
His
when he
parents
got
paid for
married.
everything, but he's an only child, so it was important to them. It was what they called a shotgun wedding, but if you looked at the
Right.
photos, you couldn't tell. The dress was beautiful. It looked like Princess Diana's. The train wasn't quite as long though. There's a great photo of the bridesmaid helping to carry it out of the car.
Right, so which one has the tattoo? Is it Eve or Hannah?
We don't know.
We were obsessed with fairy tales. Not just the pretty, pretty ones, but the traditional ones. They were dark and real, bizarre and violent. Felt like life. We had this huge old book that I think Mum must have bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them. They were in colour, shiny plates. At the front of the book was an index of illustrations. We read that more than the actual stories. We'd read aloud the captions and flip between the pictures. There was something intimate about peeling back the tracing paper, undressing the pictures. Rapunzel's hair is cut. The eagle plucks out his heart. The princess pricks her finger.
Search tattoo.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well done.
And maybe she might say like, this tattoo? Me, Hannah, with a tattoo?
No, he doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar down here near his stomach, past his hip. Cut himself with some glass. That was before, a long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though. He takes them off with the camera. But he needs them to see properly, you know. He has to read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not book so much, or watching TV. He likes TV. Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake.
But which one are you?
So I moved out. Got a small bed sit. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion.
So this is Eve with the tattoo.
I was singing in a bar in the evenings, so I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since.
I think Eve's got the
I
tattoo.
haven't put down any roots. I don't exist.
And possibly is the singer.
Yeah, good point.
He saw me singing one of my shows. Pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing.
Right, so Simon found out that...
Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was. But he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness. He guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome. Well, that
Oh,
was
the snake and the
interesting.
apple. Eve.
Eve, of course.
I enjoyed talking to
Palindrome
him.
like Hannah.
Hannah, Eve, yeah.
It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time. He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking.
Wait, she's talking about Simon?
He later told me it was like he was dreaming. A waking dream.
Well, Simon used to go to the bar. He used to go to bars. Did Eve and Hannah move out? She moved out. You know, they broke up. and then Hannah got with Simon. They got married shotgun style. They moved in, started
lost the
seeing each other,
baby.
and then one night he goes out to a bar, sees the doppelganger playing,
Yeah.
gets talking with her. She's got the tattoo.
But Hannah's told her about her twin. Because doesn't he say,
Why
you
would-
must be Eve? Oh, is he just talking...
Yeah,
Because
he
of-
recognises her. He guesses her name from the tattoo because
But-
the Adam and Eve snake. Apple and
But
Eve.
doesn't he say, you look exactly like... Doesn't he think it's his wife?
Well, no, I think he assumes he.
Isn't he like, holy shit, you're my wife?
But maybe, but no, maybe not though, because maybe she's got different hair. Like she's singing, it's clearly not his wife. But he
Right.
recognises her and starts channeling. Because maybe he fancies his wife, but her personality is. Maybe she's had the miscarriage. They've had arguments. It's like seeing your wife again, but refreshed and
Yeah.
new and exciting and a singer.
Huh.
Do you know what I mean? And maybe she starts up an affair with
Him.
him.
That she starts having an affair with Simon, and then Hannah finds out.
Well, but she says, let's just go through this again because it's really weird.
He saw me singing one of my shows. Pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was.
She knew who he was. Obviously,
I
she knew who he was.
But he didn't know who I was.
Or maybe they both agreed to
He was
marry him,
fascinated by
and then
me.
she'd eventually got kicked out.
Guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome. Like that would impress me.
Oh, guess my name, right.
I enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time. He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me it was like he was dreaming.
But who is the he? Is it Simon? Is it Eric? Is it someone else? Do you know what I mean? Who is the he? Because she doesn't specifically say.
I think it's Simon. I think it's Simon.
Is there any things in this that we can dig into? Is there anything mentioned? I mean, palindrome is another thing
That's the thing that's been brought
chucked
up.
out, isn't it?
Right, but only in that.
Only in that start.
Also, we have no idea what happened to Simon. We don't know how he died. We don't know where they found him. They don't know. We don't know anything. I think we need to find out more about what the fuck happened to him.
The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes.
Oh, so she had a bruise on her face when she came in
I don't know if there's
before.
much more that I can tell you.
But it
about
could be
how we
Eve.
do the
Well, it would have been
others.
Eve. Yeah.
I found the body.
I found the body. She found. Okay, so she found the body.
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Simon's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff we never needed, and I never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags. Pulled them open, saw the body. I screamed, and that's when I called the police.
Wait, his body was at his parents' house in a bin bag
In the
in the
cellar?
cellar.
Write all that down. So she was looking through some old nursery boxes about the baby that was that was miscarried or died or something, or there was a baby nursery? What was that? Like, hang on a second.
And why? What, did she go cold
It was
because she
after
saw
dinner.
some things had been moved?
I'd say-
Right, body Simon found in cellar of Simon's parents' house by Hannah / Eve, I don't know which one.
Something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff we never needed and
Look up, write down nursery.
never had the heart to throw out.
Sad stuff
I
about a
suddenly
baby
remembered that when I'd
that
looked
was
down
a
there the week
nursery.
before, those boxes,
Like,
that pile was in the wrong place.
like who went? Sorry, who went to nursery?
I
Do
think you
know
mean
what
the nursery, like in the house, like having a nursery.
Oh right.
But they never needed to use it because the baby died.
Oh right. Maybe.
His body didn't look real. His throat. Looked like his throat had been cut.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't see his glasses. There's these thick glasses. It doesn't always work. Really? Okay. Here's the rest.
Here's the
Oh, the rest of the song.
Ah.
Body of a doctor, all the wind and the rain, till a fiddler with a fiddle came walking by, all the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle bow of her long hair, all the wind and the rain. Yes, he made a fiddle bow of her long blonde hair, all the dreadful wind and rain. And he made fiddle pegs of her finger bows, all the wind and the rain. Yes, he made fiddle pegs from her finger bows, all the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle out of her breastbone, all the wind and rain. The sound could pierce her heart of stone, all the dreadful wind and rain. But the only tune that the fiddle could play was all the wind and the rain. Yes, the only tune that the fiddle could play was all the dreadful wind and rain. Anything you sing may be used as evidence against you.
All the da wind and rain. Oh, but sa shame.
Push the
Tried to
guy.
get pregnant. It didn't happen.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Can you
wait,
imagine?
I've noticed something. Pause it.
I tried.
Pause it. One of them wears a wedding ring and the other one doesn't. The one just singing had a wedding ring on.
Really?
See? There. And then this one talking right now is not wearing a wedding ring.
I
So
tried.
Hannah wears a wedding
I
ring
tried
and
to
Eve
get
doesn't.
pregnant too, but it didn't happen.
Is that, I mean, maybe? I don't know.
Because it was so many boys, men. My body refused. I think my period stopped because hers had. I was prettier. I mean, how could we stay the same now? I felt like Hannah had really fucked things up. Set us down separate paths. We had become different.
So this, she wanted to get pregnant, but she couldn't. Hannah got
Imagine.
pregnant though.
I tried. I tried to get pregnant too, but it didn't happen. As it was so many boys, men. My body refused. I think my period stopped because hers had. I was pretty.
Right. So she wanted to be
Hannah
pregnant at the
stayed
same time.
now. Felt like Hannah really fucked things.
Right. I see. I see.
Yeah.
So this is the
No, I
wedding
was
ring.
infertile.
This is Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
Thought I was. They told me I was infertile after the miscarriage because of complications.
Right.
Hannah had a miscarriage. This was late in the pregnancy and it left her infertile. Felt like the universe had corrected its course.
This is Eve. You can see the lack of
Very nice.
Well done. Well detected, Lydia.
Oh, thank you.
Well done. I think that's the best detective work I've seen on the stream
Hannah and Simon
today.
still
Thank
living
you,
with his
Holmes.
parents. They were married. Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And then
Ooh. It's creepy, isn't it? When she appears.
Hannah had a miscarriage.
So,
This was late in the pregnancy and
yeah.
So, did Eve kill Hannah's parents? Well, technically her parents as well. Just seems weird that they just died together in bed. I don't know.
Oops. Simon's parents. Wow, this search does not work.
What would be interesting now is to go back and the really integral things. We can see who's wearing a wedding ring and who's not.
Yeah.
Simon's parents offered to put me up, but I didn't think it would be a good idea. It would be too sad. Not right now. I'm staying at a friend's.
Right. Okay, so what's really fucking weird is that Simon's body was found in the cellar of his parents' house in a bin bag with his throat cut. Like,
Okay.
that is crazy.
I parked up on the street. It was busy,
So
I
that's
parked
Hannah.
on the end of the road. I walked up to the house. I knocked on the door.
Have we seen this
No
one?
answer.
Yeah, we've seen this one.
I took my keys
This
out
is
of
the
my
kettle.
bag, unlocked the door.
So, I know, search Saturday, the one that says I was home all day and I went to the pub and stuff and to check where he was. We need that one. Which one was that?
Maybe one of these.
I slept for a few hours. No, this is, okay, so who's that?
Hi.
Hannah.
They could be swapping the wedding ring. But she says she's pregnant.
She's pregnant.
now.
Wait, before you do that.
Pregnant.
Could I click on the blue one?
So,
Friday evening. Oh, she's
Friday
got her hand
evening.
on the table.
we had
Fuck, I bet that's on purpose. And she's wearing a long sleeve thing.
So we're trying to find out who's in each scene.
Yeah, so Hannah's talking about going to Glasgow, which means Eve is still in London.
Pregnant.
So Hannah in
Yes.
Glasgow.
This is after
Oh, I'm
she's
sick again.
been sick, I guess.
This happens some days.
Eve in London.
I'm pregnant. This morning sickness.
So she thought she was infertile.
No.
Oh, they found him at Hannah's house.
Yes. You found out on my birthday.
Oh, we got confused there. Sorry, my
I
bad.
told him I was pregnant.
Oh, I see. She went down into the basement. She was talking to the people on the phone, but then she went down to her own basement.
Yeah,
to
and that would
stuff.
explain why in that video she said, I didn't look around
Yeah.
because I didn't think he
Yes.
was there. Because if
found
she'd
out
looked
on my
around, she would have
birthday.
found his body. She said, like, you know, I touched the
told
kettle,
him.
it was cold. I didn't search around because I didn't think he was at home. Right, the body was at her house.
It's Rapunzel. The story starts when she's born. Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up.
Fucking
in
hell, we
this
got
tower.
bloody more fucking fairy tale shit.
Why they love it, don't they, in
Gothel's
it?
furious, so she cuts off her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. But she throws him into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind. But she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much?
It's a happy ending. Achievement unlocked. Look in the rubbish bin. What's in the rubbish bin?
Rubbish.
I mean, literally on the desktop.
Oh.
Hack. Ooh. Oh, it's just the. What?
It's just a little game.
Oh, it's like the solitaire. Oh,
Yeah.
that's cute.
Guess you can like just jump.
Yeah, it's that. What's that game
How
called
does
again?
this work? I don't even know what game this is. Why can I guess I'm jumping. How do I jump to here?
You're purple.
Oh, I see. It's 2-player.
Oh, you're. Oh.
Maybe. Yeah.
It's called Othello? Or Reversi?
Oh, I see. You take turns. That's why. So it's purple's turn now. Purple can do that. Oh God, we're not playing this. Too much.
Too much.
They've added a 2-player game,
Oh!
and we're not going to do it. Bin. Yeah, it was like bin bags. Ugh.
Oh.
The whole thing was wrong. The bags, I think they were from our kitchen. You can probably check that. We never go into the cellar. It's just a place we put things we don't need. Dad used to grow mushrooms there. The bags were taped
Playing
up.
with the wedding ring. Look.
I think it was parcel tape. I think it was ours.
Hmm.
I mean, that
Obviously,
fiddling
back
with the
in
ring
house.
may mean that
They let me take a bag of clothes with me, but
she's not used to wearing it.
Yeah, or it could just be a nervous, like a, you know.
Thinking about her husband being dead.
Indeed. Indeed. Fuck, right. So it was in their house, in the cellar. He was in a bag, he had his throat cut. Hannah was in Glasgow, Eve was still in London. Did Eve kill the husband?
We're going to find
Well,
out.
fine,
This is how.
considering. I got back into the house today, and that was weird, knowing your people have been there through my things.
When's this end of June?
It's like I've been burgled. I mean, worse, obviously. I don't know. I haven't lived in the cellar yet. They sent a cleaner in. As good as new, he said. But they had to throw some stuff out. Couldn't get the blood out. And I'm still waiting to hear from the coroner so we can get a date set for the funeral. It's going to be a cremation. So,
This is her Eve
it
talking about
happened
the
very
cellar.
quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes.
Broken mirror.
We took him down to the
Mirror.
cellar.
Broken mirror.
We knew
Oh my God.
we had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove
Whoa, she's admitting
rather
it.
than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
What the fuck? She just admitted it. She just fucking admitted it. That they did it together.
So she was in Glasgow and that was the alibi.
That was the alibi. So they did all that. So that she could say, but I was in Glasgow, I didn't do it.
Because it was the perfect alibi.
But wait, listen to it. Did she say we put him in the
It happened
cellar?
very quickly.
It happened very
We had to
quickly.
talk to each
This is
other.
the cleanup.
We
So after
almost
one of them killed him,
silently.
She came back from Glasgow
The
and
baby
then...
was what
no,
mattered.
well, whatever. Look,
We'd
obviously
help
they're
each
saying
other.
baby's what matters. We're gonna have the baby regardless.
cleaned up.
He's dead,
We
but
bagged up a broken mirror, Her clothes.
Her clothes, they're gone.
We need to look up the mirror because that's what he was
We
cut
took
with
him down to the cellar.
the mirror.
We had an alibi. And we wanted
The alibi is
the body to be found
Glasgow.
later. We wanted to have
We wanted to
suspicion
have the
on
body
us,
found,
so we
but
could
maybe
then
since it
disprove
wasn't
it,
found after a week,
rather than have it linger.
she was like, I found it.
Better to keep the body in the house than risk
Do you know what I
being
mean?
seen with
Yeah.
it. The watch. That was
We
my
should have
plan,
just disposed of it.
to make sure the alibi stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if the body's found in your house, there's only a limited amount of people that are going to be able to get into your
But they
house.
felt
and put it
confident
there.
enough in that alibi.
Right. I accidentally crashed my car and I had to go to hospital. There's like actual proof of me in a hospital. There'll be records. Like, how are you going to disprove that?
The mirror. I can't remember. I put it somewhere safe.
Just play with the
Upstairs,
wedding
I
ring
think.
again.
Haven't looked at it since.
The beautiful mirror. Wasn't they mention that mirror
Silly.
before?
No. He normally solves them properly. This mirror, it's
Oh, it's the
supposed
mirror
Oh, the
that he
mirror,
made
the
for her.
gift for
Reflections
her. I see.
Silverleaf? No. He normally solves them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good.
And there you go, it's in that evidence bag.
Mm-hmm.
It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
They've had it fixed.
Fuck. Yeah, good shout.
So this was used to cut his throat?
Oh, they probably found shards of it in. How?
Like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in,
Three
saw
what?
Simon.
Saw Simon.
Oh, 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. Yeah, it was 3.
Like I said before, it was 3.
3
So on
o'clock. something like
Saturday, possibly.
I walked
that.
in,
I walked in.
saw Simon.
Saw so. He was dead.
He was on the floor of the living
He
room.
was on the floor of the room, dead.
His throat had been
His throat had been cut.
cut.
So she's saying Hannah did it because this is Eve.
Yeah, I think so.
There was a lot of blood.
There was a lot of blood.
How did they get rid of all that blood? They would have found that. The police would have found that.
He was
Instead,
dead.
Right. So who did it, Eve or Hannah? Because Eve's now saying Hannah did it.
her story is that she
Her
waited for him
story.
to come back.
Right.
She put on my wig, some of my clothes.
What wig? They have the same
pretended
hair.
to be me.
Wait, what?
They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present. Another mirror.
What the hell?
Just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her.
The bruise.
So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off.
So he basically,
Was trying to get with Eve.
yeah.
So she pretended to be Eve.
That's her story. Her story comes up a lot, I guess. Oh, maybe
that's
just-
what she thought, yeah. And then, yeah, fuck.
But this is Eve.
So Hannah did it. I mean, maybe.
Well, this is what Eve's
So
telling
Eve
us.
is saying Hannah did it. Is Hannah saying Hannah said that Eve did it, didn't she? No, maybe not.
No.
I might just.
So
fuck
Eve
that.
says that she came home, saw Simon dead. Her story, at least Hannah's story, was that he presented her with the unique gift, slit her throat. They cleaned up the smash mirror
Yeah.
afterwards, chucked it away. That's why there's the other one.
Yeah.
that was in the evidence
Which is
bag,
actually
which is
still
the
in
original.
whole. That's the original, but they've got a smashed one.
And then took him down into the basement to be
Yeah.
discovered,
And bagged him up.
bagged him up together, cleaned up all the blood.
I mean, the police would have found that blood. But I guess, yeah. I don't get this wig thing. Put on my wig and wore my clothes. They look, well, they are the same.
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved
After
in
the
with his
wedding.
parents. There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard.
She lived in the attic.
It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognised me, I started wearing a wig.
Right.
Hannah and I would meet up in the park.
That's why Simon didn't go.
I was trying.
It was a
It's my
blonde.
wife.
It was a blonde wig.
He was wearing a. She was.
and he wanted a wife, but he wanted a sexy
likes
girl,
blondes.
but blonde.
So she was wearing a blonde fucking wig.
Drunk guys I'd met in clubs, in parks, and alleyways. I was 17. It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD. When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
Holy shit! That is.
This was about 9. I went round
So-
and she was...
I mean, okay, timeline is her separated at birth. One of them, Eve, lives with a midwife who has an accident and dies when she's 8.
Yeah, but we suspect.
But
he
we
probably
suspect
shoved
he
her
killed her.
downstairs,
Eve went to live with Hannah
Became
across the road and became a secret twin
Yeah, living in like the attic.
in the attic. They
Yeah.
stayed together like that until she was 17, when Hannah, and presumably Eve as well, met Simon, started going out with
Yeah.
him. And this is from
Well, I think just Hannah met. I think Eve just lived in the attic.
Hannah started going out with Simon and got a shotgun wedding,
Yeah.
got married, and they started living together, and she was hiding in the attic,
But
right?
but then Hannah started getting pregnant, so started getting fatter
And flushed.
Yeah, and Eve
She was
didn't
all
like it.
she was all like going out, getting drunk, sleeping
Getting
with guys,
STDs.
getting all different, and they started looking different, and then
One day she's in a pub playing with a guitar, but she's wearing her blonde wig.
no,
so they
this
don't-
isn't yet. So
No?
then the miscarriage happened,
Then the miscarriage happens.
and then the parents die shortly after.
Right.
In suspicious circumstances.
Yeah, they sort of just die in bed together. It's a bit
and
strange.
so Hannah gets the house of the parents.
Maybe Eve killed them off so they could get the house.
Hannah and Simon move in,
Eve starts living in the attic
and then
or basement or whatever. Wherever
no,
she
I
is.
think that at that point I think she has found her own place. and
Oh,
she's
she has,
independent.
hasn't she? She's found her own place because they kind of said, "Oh, we should live separate lives."
And then Simon bumps into Eve at one night at a bar. Eve obviously knows who he is.
yeah,
And that they're married and all the history, but is enjoying spending time with him, because I assume there were periods of time when she was at least taking the role.
yeah, because they said they wrote it down,
'Cause
didn't
it's like
they?
old
So they could
times.
keep up with what the other person had been doing.
And then
So she's wearing a blonde wig, and he's like, "Wow, you're like thinking, God, you look exactly like my wife."
Yeah.
but like not quite.
and then
but doesn't mention.
then
that
on
he's
this
married.
Friday night after the argument, Hannah puts the wig on. No, Hannah puts Eve's wig on
Mm-hmm.
to trick her husband. They have a fight. She kills him. Eve comes back, they clear up the body together
Yeah.
and do it for the baby.
Yeah.
And they can't do it for the baby because she's infertile after the miscarriage and she's infertile after the STD.
So who's pregnant there? Hannah's pregnant.
So Hannah does get pregnant,
she
yeah.
manages to get pregnant again.
And she's the one being sick with the wedding ring.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, yeah.
Am I following this? Is there a third triplet?
Is there quadruplets? Is there many other people that look like her?
So this is where she's talking about that.
The parents could have died of a heat stroke. It just seemed weird. Like,
It could have just been coincidence.
That night. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry. The kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise. I had my wig on from performing and she tore it off. Eventually, we grew tired of fighting and I left.
What is this story?
I had my wig on because I've been performing.
So is this how she got the wig? So like on that Friday night,
This was about 9. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry. The kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise.
see,
I
thought
hit her
Simon
back.
gave her the bruise.
Yeah, I thought Simon hit her, and that's why she had a bruise. I hit her back, left a bruise.
Let's see what she says about the
The
wig.
wig? You mean... Well, what type of wig? No, I've never worn a wig. What
Maya.
kind of wig? This other person doesn't exist.
She's still
I don't know
denying
what
it
the
here.
blonde wig is, but it could be anything. Have you looked at the cat flap?
Cat flap.
The cat did it.
What's this? A diversionary thing?
Ooh. Ooh.
No, they were shut. Most of the windows were really hard to open anyway. It's stifling in summer. They were painted over by my dad. Could have left a door open accidentally. Or there's a cat flap in the back door.
Right.
No, no cat. My parents had a cat before they died called Domino. With its little black and with white dots. And we never did anything about the cat flap, but if you were thin, you could maybe squeeze through it.
Right. I don't think that's.
Okay.
We loved our cat, Domino. He had this little bell around his neck to stop him from killing birds in the garden. And we used to write each other notes and put them in the bell, and we could send them to each other. Mum found some of the notes once, and she thought I was just writing to myself because our handwriting was identical. And we had our own words for things, so she didn't quite understand them anyway.
Okay.
If one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first, we had to pull our Hannah's to match. Once, I slept with a boy who was seeing another girl. The girlfriend came up to Hannah the next day and punched her in the face, gave her a huge black eye. That night, she had to do the same to me. And she almost went too far. I couldn't see out of that eye for days. She snapped frozen peas up for me from the kitchen. So much of our bodies was synchronised anyway. We started our period on the same day. All our childhood diseases, stomach bugs, nits.
I mean, story's crazy though. Like, how could she live in the attic with the parents never fucking realising?
I know.
What did she eat? Like, when did she go to the toilet? Like, no, that doesn't make any sense.
She's a better driver than me. She passed the test for us.
That explains why
Tried to take it and
she
nearly crashed the car.
hit the taxi.
Yeah, but you can't rely
Yeah.
on confidence to get you through everything.
Yeah, she's not as good at driving.
She is the shy one. She was especially shy around boys. If Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue him. It was that way with Carl. Hannah met him first. She had such a crush. I let him take my virginity after a night that his band had played at. It got difficult. When I was with Carl, we would have sex, but Hannah couldn't let him see she was a virgin. She had lots of excuses. After a while, we decided that I should take Hannah's virginity. It's not that different to a bruise, pulling a tooth, a graze. We used a hairbrush.
No!
After that, we took it in turns, though. I was always the one who seduced the boys.
Oh no. Oh, she banged her sister with a hairbrush. Search hairbrush!
More details!
I need more details! Oh my god! What the fuck? No, I didn't mean actually do it! Oh my god! Why is there... Why is there always something so obscene in these fucking FMVs? Oh, how's it going down there? You done? It's SB.
I think we are almost done, yeah.
Hannah was so smitten with Simon. She started getting jealous. Didn't want to share. Even the first date. We went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon. We both went. Kept changing places in the toilet. We only had one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we had terrible bladder problems. The next date, it was my turn. At the end, I let him kiss me. But that was it. We didn't want another Carl on our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back. After that, it was Hannah's turn, and she slept with him. Broke the rules. Deliberately broke the rules. She wanted to be the first to sleep with him. I mean, that's when she got pregnant. From that one time.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, chat just making me laugh when someone's saying that they thought she said hairdryer. Hairdryer up there. Put it on cool and shoved it up there.
Was he my first? No need to be so coy. No, he wasn't my first. That would have been Carl. He was a local boy in a band. He was a bit of a shit. But he was sexy. We were 15.
15. Is Carl important at all? Probably not.
I mentioned it
No.
quite a bit though.
I was 15. Carl was older. 17, I think. I was really into him, regardless of how he actually behaved. Lots of drunken teenage sex. We did it in a church once. It's stupid. So he got tired of us and we split up after about 6 months.
Tired of us.
It was sad. But those early experiences, they help you realise who's really important to you, you know? Family.
Yeah, the more you start noticing the way she talks, like he broke up with us.
With us, yeah.
Like we went out with him.
It's
Like, do you know what I mean?
It's good. I'm
Family.
enjoying this.
So, Carl fucked off, and then there were other boys here and there, and then Simon.
Yeah, I think at this point they know they're interviewing different people. And I think that this is where she's finally confessing to
what's happened.
And dobbing her sister in.
Yeah, saying Hannah did it. Hannah killed her. I just helped her.
Is there anything we're missing?
Oof.
Anything we've missed? Does anyone think we have... Oh. She has both a tattoo and a ring.
Family.
Up.
So, Carl fucked off, and then there were other boys here and there.
Scott,
Oh,
she
no!
I told you she could have handed over the ring, but she could never hand over
Over
the
a tattoo. Oh, God.
If Eve confessed, where is Hannah? Ignore the ring, it's the hair.
Hair? What's the difference in their hair? So this... Okay, so this is definitely Eve, right? So she's got like a side
Differences?
thing.
She's a better driver than me.
Okay.
She passed.
So what's one where we know it's Hannah? Where she says like, I'm Hannah?
My name is Hannah. H-A-N-N-A-H.
That's the same hair to the side with a
It's
deep
Andre.
fringe. So is that actually Eve?
What's this?
Oh,
We
new
haven't
videos.
seen these ones.
Shit.
Yes.
Oh, she's got a polygraph.
Ooh.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
What?
My name is Eve.
Wait, there's one on the
Smith.
right as well. Watch that first.
She recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. There was a dollhouse. She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
All right, there we go. Right, we need a video.
Okay, my name. There we. Oh no. I want to see more of the
Name.
polygraph.
That was the only question I failed. Your lie detector works.
Your lie detector works.
Okay, all right, okay. This is...
I've never taken a lie detector test before. Does it really work? Yes. I'll take a lie detector test.
Right, so, okay. I need the video where she's got the short sleeves that you can see. Where's the video where you can tell it's Hannah because she doesn't have a tattoo? Fuck, I don't know what one it would be.
Oh, I see.
Oh no, that doesn't support my theory at all. Because I thought maybe the hairstyle, but no. I don't know.
I liked my name. Yeah. It's the one that she failed.
Yes. My name is Hannah Smith.
So it's actually
Oh,
Eve.
shit. Sorry.
She's so used to living as that.
Yeah.
That's the only test she's failed. So apparently they think she's telling the truth about everything else. He liked blondes. He said that a couple of times, didn't he?
Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the
The
attic.
blonde hair, right.
There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
They found blonde hairs on the body.
Blonde hairs, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was from the wig.
Ouija board. Yeah, someone said that, didn't they? Ouija.
Luigi, Luigi, Waluigi.
Oh, there's one here.
When beautiful people died, we always felt like it was a sign. You remember Princess Grace? Grace Kelly? She died in a car crash the year before we met Simon. We used a Ouija board to speak to her, and that gave us the power to find him. That's what we thought then. That people who died tragically leave some kind of magic behind. We used to share dreams. We used to wake up and write them down in our diaries immediately and compare them.
Right.
Have we got it? Have we done it? Do we think it was Hannah or Eve?
I think it was
Hannah.
I think it was Hannah who did it. I think her story is the one that she told Eve was probably the most likely one. Yeah. I think we should just
see what happens. Yes. Good. So you think you understand why your mother did what she did?
Oh, we're the child.
We're the kid.
We're Hannah's baby.
Right. We're looking back at old tapes. Yes.
We think she did it out of anger.
I'm glad, Sarah. I'll be waiting outside. Log off and we can meet over the road. Sarah. Oh. Are we gonna get like a little thingy? We must do, right? There must be more to it. Ah, her fridge is on the different side. Now it's on that side, and it was on that side. Oh no, it's flipped. Never mind. It's a beautiful piano song playing, just so you know, just so you can get a real feel of what's going on.
I wonder what we've missed. Like, I'm sure there must be a little bit more to that story of the parents. Maybe I just assume. Thanks to Anime Dad.
I know, I'm just looking at all the funny people that backed it. I think you got most of it. It was Anime Dad. That was creepy. Not so secret fan right now. Sam thanks his wonderful family. Sarah, if you're stuck, you could always try admin random or the unlock button.
Oh.
Let's do it. Admin random.
Is that just going to give us a random clip?
I think it helps us, doesn't it?
I think it'll just give us a random clip. Boink.
Oh.
See what I mean?
Yeah, try Sarah.
Ah.
I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby. We were going to call her Sarah. Sam
guess she
wanted
had the
to call
baby
her
out?
Ava
No.
after his nana, but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
Oh, didn't want a symmetrical
Yeah.
name. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So we did it? We gone did it? Sexy egg.
Yikes.
There were loads of Glasgow.
Yeah, loads. Interesting. Go on, give us some more thoughts if you want, guys.
Ava was
Got
in
like-
the last game. She was, wasn't she? Ava was a
Yeah,
character
yeah.
in.
What have we missed?
Have we missed anything?
Give us spoilers.
Or do we do it right?
SB, what's that for? Oh, well, for the name, for the game is open-ended and open to interpretation. Everyone just wants us to look for more hairbrush action.
We've tried hairbrush. It didn't bring anything up. Fight will give one, I think.
Fight.
No. I'm surprised only one entry for fight. SB is the author's initials.
Morse code. What was the Morse code bit? Yeah. You saw Morse code and you were like...
She was just tapping. I don't
Yeah,
know
I
if it
think-
was.
I don't
Oh, she
think-
was going really weird, wasn't she? She was like, Eve, what have you done? Or something like that.
Yeah.
And we were like,
maybe she was
what?
like spelling out Eve or something.
That's before we realised that she was a twin. We just thought she was going a bit crazy. Look under the window. There's something called DB.
Oh, DB checker.
Database checker.
Oh, I see. So these are the ones which we haven't seen.
Volume missing.
So maybe this is green. This is like so. This is like files. So this helps us find things that we're missing, not that we haven't seen. Do you know what I mean? So I could go admin random and just call up random clips until we've seen them all. You know.
Okay. I'll try my best to remember.
So that's gotten another one done. You know. Dad mushroom.
Yeah, Dad was growing mushrooms. What kind of mushrooms? What kind of mushrooms was Papa growing downstairs?
I was living in the attic.
I was living in the attic.
It was a very
Very hard time.
hard time.
I had to piss in a jug
I was depressed.
and live off
Was
attic
still
juice.
pretty sick of the STD. And I came down one morning and
Oh.
they were dead. They were in bed and both had been sick. They'd thrown up. Lots.
Oh my God! They'd eaten his homegrown
There's
mushrooms.
and they died. They died of the mushrooms.
The police said it was the mushrooms they ate. Dad was a mushroom expert. I mean, he used to take us picking with him and he taught us how to recognise them. There's no way you would have picked death caps. But the police believe that's what happened. They never even looked in the attic.
Is she implying that maybe Hannah gave them a few death caps?
Maybe.
They said it was food poisoning.
Ah.
There was something in the food they ate. My
This
dad
makes
liked to
sense.
pick mushrooms, grow them too. They said it was the mushrooms. It was hard to believe. Death caps. They have a skirt around the cap. My dad taught me that. But, I mean, the police had no reason to think it was suspicious. They lived alone. And no one had any reason to hurt them.
Did she have a reason to hurt them? Did Eve have a reason?
I mean, she probably was sick of living in the bloody attic. But then she moves out anyway, doesn't she? She gets her own place.
Death.
Death! So it all came down to a bit of a jealous accident. Because Eve did say Hannah was like really didn't want to share Simon with Eve, didn't she? She was like, she wanted him just for herself. So once she found out that he liked her, she lost it.
I drove. I took the car and drove. I don't have my own car, but I have a spare set of keys. I just drove north. I wanted to think, put some space between me and them.
This was after the
Everything I
fight.
told you before is
Yeah.
true. I stopped at Glasgow. I was tired, exhausted. I pulled out and I hit a car. My car was okay, but I was worried about the baby, so I went to A&E to get the okay. Everything was fine. Slept in the car. When I woke, I tried to call Hannah from a payphone. She
So
wasn't
Eve's
answering.
pregnant, not
And I
Hannah.
decided to drive back.
And it's Simon's baby.
It's Simon's baby. That's why
and
she's
that's why they argued.
I had
She's
decided that
furious.
she was more important
Oh,
to me.
that's why she killed Simon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I
There we go.
understand.
We didn't get that bit. We
That
thought Hannah
makes
was
sense.
pregnant.
Okay.
That's why she's so angry.
So Eve is the pregnant one.
Eve's pregnant. Right.
And it's Simon's babe.
And Hannah lost Simon's baby voice, so she's angry.
And he finally got. So remember, Simon already impregnated the other Hannah, and she lost it.
Yeah.
But now it's the second chance.
Yeah. And
Simon's magic sperm.
Magical jizz.
Simon's magical sperm. Right, there we go. That is that. I think that's her story. There's
I think we
obviously
did
a
it.
lot more to this game that we haven't watched, and I'm sure there's little revelations. But we're probably going to
that.
leave it here. Thank
Yeah.
you. That was very good.
I
Actually,
really enjoyed that.
Really thought that was excellent.
I think I
God, I love these games we play, Lydia.
I
I'm
really do. I get so
glad
into
to play
them.
these streams with you.
Yeah, me too. I love these streams. I get so into them, and then when we get like the realization where it's like, oh,
Like, as soon as the pieces start to like
Yeah.
fall into place, and you're like, hang on,
wait a minute, the
it's
hairbrush.
like a heavy weight.
Yeah, I love it. It's so cool. So should we try the Hypno Space Outlaw next week?
Yeah, maybe. Or if we're not going to have nothing else, that sounds like a good one to go for. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for the support.
The love and support,
Thank
everybody.
you, Bronzebot. Thank you, all the chat. Stay tuned for
Oh, Yog Cinema, and then in the evening,
me and Ben.
Lewis and Ben.
Right.
So we'll see you next Thursday. See ya. See ya. Oh,
Stay safe.
See ya.